What is happening, everybody? Welcome to the weekend. It's been a couple weeks. Thank you to the Turks for hosting last week while I was recouping from the vid. Everything's good, healthy, 2 weeks out. Taste came back. Smell, I think, around Tuesday. So, been trying to get into some of this stuff. And tonight, instead of doing a video review, I thought I would start the show off with just basically a review of the new Remus VII. And then I'll compare it to the 5 and see which is better. I don't have the 6. Rob's got the 6. I passed on it just because I heard it was okay. And I think when I saw it, it was like $125. And I thought that was a little bit high late in the game. Let's catch up with the chat. TD is here. What's up, man? Thank you. Good to be back. The neighbor, the bourbon engineer, is here. What's happening, brother? The mofo himself, Rob MC. Hope you're feeling better, man. Ed, what's up? Good to see you. Cheers, my friend. Cheers. Friday at Fred's crew. Boom, baby. Boom. Ready to go. 5:02. Somebody call him, wake him up. No joke. I was running just a little bit late. Sorry about that, guys. But caught up now and ready to go. Daniel, what's going on, my man? Actually at home for one of these finally. Good. Hey, that means you're working hard, dude. Means you're working hard. Let's see. Have I missed anybody? I think I'm pretty much caught up. Tater Dom, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Always a pleasure. Anyway, okay. Y'all talks amongst yourselves. And damn right, Rob has the Remus 6. That's right. I forgot about that wonderful thing you did for him. 4-Leaf Whiskey. There she is. Cheers, my friend. Cheers. Guys, get over and check out 4-Leaf Whiskey. She's awesome. Irish up, Irish down. It's all around. Go check her out. It's great. All right. The Remus 7. I'm going to see if I can get this to where you can see it a little bit. It is a 6%. 6%, 2007. 26%, 13, 21, 14, 26, 13, 21, 14. So there's your percentages to make up the 100. It is 100 proof. So you go back to 2007 on it. On the 5, which is 2 years old, you go back to 2005. So basically almost the exact same on year. So let's get on to the 7 and see what we do here. And then we'll go ahead and pour the 5 beside it. It's funny. I don't drink. As you can see, I haven't been into the 5 a whole lot. I do like it. I just haven't been back to it. All right. 5 there. 6 here. Let's get after it. Yeah. Daniel says the 3 is fantastic. Yeah, I saw it 3 years ago, man, and it was left over, Daniel, and I missed on it. There's Doug. What's up? Greg MC. Cheers, my friend. I love this Remus because both of them give me just enough barrel note to just not be overpowering. This one's a sweet caramel. Same old shit. There's all the notes you hear everybody else talk about. Definitely a honey note on the 7. It's not coming off really alcohol-y at all for that rye deal there. Excuse me. Yeah. Cherry notes now. Vanilla. Same song and dance. Don't get a lot of the black pepper that I'll get from a rye. I don't know, man. It's nice. It's a little floral. Yeah, that nose is it's nice. It's not heavy at all. Not floral. This one's actually a little bit more pungent on the 5. More sticky. More alcohol. Definitely get a little bit darker barrel note on the 5. On the nose. Yeah, and it's holding tight. There's not a whole lot of notes breathing off that. All right, back to the 7. Then we'll taste it. Yeah, the seven's a little more lighter, a little more wet on the nose, if that makes any sense, which means it's holding back, I think, a little bit of the notes that I don't get that on the five. The five just boom explodes. So that's right now off the shot. Now, granted, I'm into the five and I'm almost down into the neck of the seven. Right now, I think I like the five nose better, but let's just have a taste. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming. Wow, everything stays right down the center of the palate on it. Nothing leaked off the side of the seven. Straight down the chute. Very smooth. The finish is rye forward. Cheerios for some reason. I'm getting a honey Cheerio note on this one. But I like it. I'm not against it. It's working. It's okay. Let's have another. Yeah, I can get the Cheerios raisins a little bit now. Not really cookie, but just that Cheerio. Yeah. It's straight down the palate. Right down the center of the runway. Like I said, it doesn't leak. I've said it before, you get your typical caramel honeys. You do get the light barrel. It's not a dark barrel. It's almost not quite toasted on the palate. Cheerios are flowing. That's just my dominant on this one is a like a honey nut Cheerio. It's unique. All right, let's wash out and jump into the five. Hey, Whiskey Corner, what's up, Carlos? Guys, go check him out. Remus 5-1, even better. Yeah, the nose on it was fantastic. All right, to the five. Yeah, get more alcohol off the five, which is nice. It's not a burn. Like I said, same old notes. 1, 2, and 3. Barrel, honey, caramel. Five. Yeah, five's got a little bit more vanilla, I think, than seven does. Okay. Yep. Five, when it hits your palate, it works for a second. It's trying to figure out which way it wants to go. It's trying to find a way out, and all of a sudden it just releases all the way down the side. Down the side of your palate, down the back of your palate, back to the front. Flavors start to finish. Very, very little burn for me on this first sip of five. Yeah, very smooth and easy. Yeah, very, very nice. Like I said, it coats the palate. What's up, Troy? Good to see you, man. Troy, I'll try to get that out to y'all next couple days. I'm trying to play catch up. But it's good. Yeah, guys, there's Carlos. Go check out his channel. Guys, go check out Baker Drinks. Awesome. Good to see everybody. So right now, let's go back to the seven. And we'll get this wrapped up. So, like I said, very, very familiar notes for everybody. Like Daniel says, don't wear us out the same old BS. You're right, buddy. It's good. It's really good. But like I said, it's just down the middle. Down the middle. It's weird how that worked. Yeah, fives. I don't know. Five just to me on the nose has more smells agey, a little better, more pungent, a little more floral on the seven. Yeah, five's more well rounded. Five is start to finish. It's killer. I think it's. How much better is it? Okay, let's try to guess that one. Five is smoother and drinks lighter on the palate, I think, than seven does. What I mean by that is seven comes right down the middle. Like I said a million times in this review, seven comes right down the chute. It doesn't leak. It doesn't return back. It just hits you and heads out. Five wants to hang around and be your friend, which is nice. So What do I think of the 5? I think it's better, of course, than the 7. My opinion. Excuse me. Would I pay $100 for the 7 again? Uh, Again, no. First time, yes. I think this is a very, very good bottle. I don't think it's dropped its head. It's I don't think it's lackluster. I don't think it'll let you down. Excuse me, I'm still playing a little catch up. It won't let you down, kind of like B523 Elijah Craig did to a lot of people. I don't think you'll be disappointed in it. I think it's a good bottle. So do I recommend it? Yeah, man, get it. Do it. All right, here. I'm trying if I can get this damn thing to work. Got a new deal here, mouse and keyboard, and it's dragging for some reason. I'm gonna put the link up. Maybe. There we go. But anyway, I like it. Get it if you see it. I wouldn't pay I wouldn't pay more than 125 for it, but that's gonna be your taxes and everything. But yeah, have at it. The review. So I dig it. I'm not gonna blend them. I think five's just I won't say that much better, but it is better for sure. See here. Daniel said something. Trying to get that up. EC B523 didn't really let me down. I actually liked it. True, it's not the same as 20. Yeah, but it's still. Yeah, I agree with that. That's kind of like I am with this one, Daniel. It's solid. It's a solid $100 bottle. That's a good way to put it. Uh, yeah, I think if you see it, pick it up for sure. Like I said, I'm just now getting into it in the 5. Hell, it's 2 years old, and I'm halfway down it almost. So it's a different animal. But that don't mean this 7 won't do the same thing after, a few months and me getting down into the label a little bit, which will make it a little bit better. But no, I'm not disappointed at all. I think it's a good pickup. So, anybody sipping on anything? I know it's early. Is the 7? Yeah, I think it is. One time. Oh, I missed Darrell. What's up, Darrell? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. What's everyone's favorite 100 proof, Marty? Uh, Shoot, man. Oh, it might be that dadgone Heaven Hill bottled and bond, Daniel, for me right now. As in for the money. Now, I mean, this is $100 bottle, and I think it's good. Has anybody seen the new Baker's 13 and picked it up yet? If you have, let me know in the chat what you think of it. I think it's been around here, but where we've been sick, I've not been shopping anywhere, so I haven't run into it yet. And I think out the door it's going to be around $130. So I'm kind of scratching my head on that. Although I'm seeing Remus VII for 120 and B523 for 70. So there's a difference, yeah. My favorite 100 proof, it may be the 14. Yeah, oh, there you go. Absolutely. I can see that, Daniel. Yeah. What did Troy say? Hit up Total One Day in Olympia. Snagged a bomber. Oh my God. Good for you, buddy. That's awesome. I've never ever found the bomb burgers or the shanks. I was telling Jason the other night on stream that Shanks bottle's named after Greg McDonald's golf game. Just saying. Jepson's a sleeper would be your old. Yeah, I can see that. Yep, the bottled and bond. Yep. What else is good around that? What was it? Me and Rob were talking about one. They're all 100 proof, and I can't remember what it is now. I don't know. Those Chattanooga bottled and bonds are great if you can see those. Peter White said the Knob Creek Yeah. That's not a bad one right there either, brother. That's a good call on it. I didn't think about that one. Let's have some 5. I've had enough of the 7 for a minute. Yeah, it's just candy mouth explosion, man. Daniel says, I've only seen Bomberger Shanks in secondary and Greg McDonald. Yeah, that's it. That's it. 4 Roses. Yep. Yep. It's back. Well, no, I killed it. I forgot about that. That man is a down soldier. Those Jack bottled them bonds aren't bad for $39 when you see those. Yeah, 4. That's exactly right. I forgot about that one. God, this is really good. I just realized it's got Remus on the bottom of the bottle. George Remus is shining through. Yeah, the noses are pretty similar. Just there's a difference in the 5 as being weightier, more healthy. Seven's just got to work. I think I might have pushed it. Excuse me, doing the review this fast and not getting far enough really down in it. But I wanted to get it, and because people are going to start seeing it and start looking for stuff. Yeah, Troy said I've never seen them before today. We were sitting on the shelf 6 deep for $100. Was there a limit? That's crazy. It's got great mouthfeel. I'm just trying to think of things I've missed. Really nice mouthfeel on it. Smooth, light. Like when I say light on the burn, there's not a whole lot there to. I think it's it's 100 proofer. There you go. I think it's a hitter. I really do. I may have not expressed that I like it a lot. I do. I saw a week or so ago when I saw this guy, I saw the new 2023 Hellfire whiskey women in the world. Hell, Rob, what was it? Unbelievable. It's just totally left me. Part-timers kicking in. Thank you, sir. Yellowstone. They wanted 125 or 127 before tax, and I was like, nah. And I can't remember what the finish was on it. I picked it up and looked at it, but they had that and these, and I was like, yeah, I'm going Remus all day on that. So I think that worked out pretty good. Look at this guy here. Come on now. Kick it. Running just a little bit slow. There he is.
There we go.
All right, I got you now, baby.
Cheers, everybody.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good. On vacation. You see the sunshine in the back out there. I'm down in Orange Beach. Getting ready to go out. I've done had me a couple old fashions. Now I'm going on my 3rd, so doing good.
That's good. That's good. Who all's with you? Just your family?
Well, it's my wife's 2 for school, and I know both of their husbands because we all been going out forever. So we're having a good little reunion down here and good time.
That's good. Y'all down there for a week?
So that's about 4 days.
Oh, okay.
We'll be coming back on Monday. Came down yesterday.
Well, that's cool. So. How far of a drive, Fred, is that for y'all?
Jim Beam single barrel.
Oh, that's what that. Okay.
So I just wanted to hop, I just wanted to hop on and tell you everybody, hey, I'm still around,
Good.
still watching y'all.
Good, man. Thanks for jumping on. And I hope y'all have a good 4 days. Hope the weather, well, at least you can cool off a little bit there. You got water.
No, we ain't cooling off. Got water. That's about it. Yeah. But
Yeah,
anyway,
that's what
I just
You
wanted
go
to
get
hop
the
on and
damn
tell
water.
everybody, hey. Yep. Glad to see you back, Marty. Hope you're feeling better, buddy.
Yeah, well, I'm good now. I was worried about it. Was crazy, man. I know you need to go, but it was crazy because I was about 6 days after I was feeling better that my taste and smell left. That didn't make no damn sense. And it about Tuesday it kicked back in for me, so I'm good
That's
now.
got to be crazy if you're trying to drink.
Well, I drank beer for about 4 days, 5 days, and then I just had nothing
Okay.
for about another 4
All
or
right,
5.
guys, let me get going. I'll have a go.
All right, buddy. Good to see you. All right. Bourbon Engineer says, cheers, Fred. I bet it is like a damn hot tub right there. I bet that's for damn sure. Yeah, well, almost. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, he did. And he was good and clear, wasn't he? Got tied into the Wi-Fi. That's cool, man. That's cool. But yeah, this is good. I definitely like it. Milk you 5s, drink you 7s. Life will be good. What did Daniel say, Greg? I'm a big playing hooky fan too. What Troy say? I've never seen them yet. Man, that's awesome. I wonder if they're hitting, Troy. I wonder if they're hitting in different parts of the country in bulk like that, because I saw a couple other channels that had a couple different bottles of them. What's up, Bayou? Cheers. Yeah, what Daniel say? Yeah, water's like 104. The air temperature. I'm like, damn, okay. That's crazy. Man. Wow. I'm sure everybody's ever seen it on the other channel, the new makers, 12, 13-year-olds coming out. I don't know what their market's going to be on that bottle. I would like to try it. I think it's going to be a little pricey. I think what was the retail on it? 118, 120, something like. Anybody remember what the retail was? Minnick absolutely loved it. I watched his review the other day. If you want to see somebody fall in love with one, watch that one. But he said he's been pushing them for a long time to try to get that out and out to the world and get people on it. So we'll see how it goes. And from what I read, that is going to be a yearly release, a steady bottle every year. So, I guess for the makers fans, you'll pick one up and get the next year. And then so after, like we do the Elijah Craigs and the Larcenys, to see, and compare them just like I did the Remus tonight to see how those work out. But that'll be interesting to see where they hit in the markets and stuff. What's up, Sean? Whiskey Wars? Good to see you, man. 150, Daniel says, on the MSRP. So I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm going to. What do y'all think? You going to pull the trigger at 150 plus tax? Won't be able to get it for under 300, Daniel said. Yeah, I'd say you're probably right. Yeah, I'd say that's kind of close to. Yeah, it sounds like a bottle. 150 is kind of reasonable. Yeah. What is that proof? Like 110, I think. But I'm just not. I'm not bat shit crazy over makers. Top Dog says he's definitely going to pull the trigger. The FAEs and stuff like that, I think, are okay. I drank some of the. Was it the 22, Rob? I had a sample of from Independent Joe, and it was decent. I've got the cash strength back there. I've got the 46, and I've got 2 stave finishes and a regular one. I don't dive in them too much. I'm honestly done hunting. If I run across one, yeah. Let me get back here. Pick it up, but there's too much good available. So I agree. Fred's came in at 115. Okay. When any makers hits a +10 bourbon market, has it hit the peak? Maybe the oversupply creep back. Yeah, that's true. John Crayons, what's up, man? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cheers. Yeah, Baker's Drink. Thanks for coming on, man. Troy, I appreciate it. Yeah, cheers to the Bayou. Bayou, I know. I'm a hillbilly redneck. A little bit of 5 left. So I got you, Daniel. Sorry, buddy. My watch didn't buzz. Mike Franklin, what's going on, my main man, Mike? Cheers, buddy. What'd Greg say here? Hold on. The Makers rep was at the store Shane I go to in South Carolina today. The owner said the Makers rep told him he would be lucky to get 1 case this year. Apparently, we may not see many of those this year. Yep. Yeah, of course. What? Let's just make it even more difficult, right, Greg? That's all right. We're just redneck soaked in hot sauce. Hey. We all need a belt holder with a hot sauce in it. Ernest, there he is. What's going on, brother? Good to see you. Hope everything's good down in your neck of the woods. So, yep. It is a Remus Friday. Welcome to the weekend. And that's the only 2 I own. So, that's all she wrote on the Remus. I don't care to see the maker cellar aged, especially when there's Whiskey World to order. Yeah. It's I didn't pick up was it the 46? No. Which one was the new cash strength red label? Was that the 46? I think. Stave finish. It's here. It was $69 when it came out. And of course, they had to allocate the hell out of it and put it on the counter for everybody to go batshit crazy. And of course, now it's all over the shelf. Give it 2 months, 3 months, let it hit the shelf, and that's basically what they did. So it's just sitting out there now. And I think, yeah, and Joe sent me some of it, and it was okay. I wasn't crazy about it. I think the best of the makers selections he brought me was that 2020 Seattle Seahawks bottle. Now that damn sample was nice. It was tight. It was good. It didn't leak on finish. It kept it all together. Cast strength yesterday and passed on it still. So yeah, it's all over here too. I'd love to roll into a damn store and see that Shanks and Bomb Burgers for $100. So I've never seen one of those in a while. I don't know. Have y'all had that Maker's 46 cast strength in the chat? Let me know what you think of it. It was okay. I mean, I wasn't frowning upon it. I'm not buying it. The Weeder game has been a bit yeah. I can agree with that, D. I can. I just don't drink many. I've got this one was okay, but as you see, I've had it for probably 4 or 5 months. Well, since March, I guess. And I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, it's 20%. And it's okay. I don't go to it like I do the other one. I do like this bottle for the money. I've said it on multiple streams. If you see it for under $65, I think it's a pickup. I think it's a really solid pour. 96 proofer. There is nothing wrong with that one. Sorry. The old bottle's solid. Something changed with the new one. I remember that. I remember people saying that, Troy, in reviews. Yeah, let's do both the new and the old bottle. Like I've done it. A lot of other people have done it. As the early times bottled and bond is the same way. I like the older 46s. Yep. A lot of people have, John, I swear. You know what I've been pouring? Buzzard. Yeah. Oh my God, you can't beat Buzzard Drew. Speaking of Buzzard Drew, there he is.
Hey, Marty, how are you?
I am good, Top Dog. How are you?
Good. I need you to do me a favor.
Tell me.
When I was coming in, I kept pressing buttons and not able to see. I don't know if I blocked Greg McDonald. I hope I didn't.
As in, like in the chat?
Yeah, in the chat.
Well, I hope you did.
Well, if I did, you're welcome.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't think so. I still see his chats.
Okay.
So
every time I press enter student, every time I was pressing the stream, it kept going block Greg McDonald. So I just kept blocking, pressing. Yeah.
Well, that's
a good setup you got there.
Yeah, it ain't bad. Not bad for no
hillbilly. You can block Greg every time.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that's what I said. That Shanks bottle's named after his golf game. Well, I got a little bit of 5 left. Now, have you had these Remuses?
No. If I did, I'd had it at the Bourbon Engineers, and I can't recall it. But I looked. I don't have any in the house.
Yeah. Well, they're hunter proof, so they're not going to fly out at you.
Right.
Oh, he's back. We got him. Here he is. I asked the owner to do his best to get some of the 2023 Four Roses LE. Yeah, that'd be great. Top Dog should be hot dog fingers.
Top Dog fingers.
Top Dog blocking Greg McDonald couldn't happen to a not better guy. Everybody's giving it.
Sorry, Greg.
Can you message in here? Yeah, he did. He did right up there above Bourbon Engineer. Yeah, Stacy says, cheers, Greg. Everybody picking on the old man. What'd you pour? I didn't see it. Or maybe you showed me and I missed it.
I had not
Rebel 10. Yeah, that's one of Daniel's favorites right there. There ain't nothing wrong with that bottle. That's a good bottle. I think that's pretty good. I'm trying to think. Hell, I don't know. I've gotten in here and messed when I was sick and moved so much stuff around. I can't find anything now. But that goes to figure.
I walked in here today and had no clue on what to pour.
I do that some. Like I'll stare at this scotch and be like, then I've got my Irish up there, and I just don't even think about it sometimes. I've got to get back into that.
Well, I'm lucky I don't have none of that in the house. And I did realize I'm out of Old Granddad.
Uh-oh. Bottle and bond or just the 80?
The bottle and bond.
Yeah. I love it.
I agree.
I think that might be just what we'll do.
What's this we? I don't have one. It's funny how the last couple of weeks no one had a clue what I mean by wash your damn hands.
Oh, I did. Drew.
You did. I know you do.
What's up? Thank you, Fred. I appreciate it, buddy. What birthday top dog? Our UPS guy was dying in this heat. He stayed in the garage drinking water for 10 minutes.
Well, he didn't deliver nothing here.
Yeah, I'm probably an Irish fan next, bourbon and rye after that. But love it all. Speaking of loving it all, there he is, feeling rough, man.
What's happening?
Up, John? Struggling
a little
Cheers,
bit. Well, didn't help staying up with your ass till 1 o'clock in the morning getting shitty. So
didn't help.
Cheers.
No hard feelings, fellas. Being a good Christian, man, I just look at all you assholes as one of the crosses one has to bear in life. Yes. You are building up your treasures in heaven by taking care of us, Greg. Yeah, well, that's true. That's a lot of truth in that. Daniel, thank you, man. Yeah.
So you mentioned the Maker's Mark.
Yeah.
And Fred's video. Like everybody was saying in chat, he was going to cry. But I'm a Maker's Mark fan, and I'm gonna search that one out. I think
I'm buying it if I see it at retail or close.
Yeah.
And I'm not a huge Maker's fan, but I'd be anxious to taste something with a little age.
Right. Yeah. I put in an order for it, but we'll see if I get it. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm tired of getting my heart broken by that nonsense. Pennsylvania has some stuff on the site, special order only. I keep ordering it and wait 6 weeks for them to tell me they can't get it.
Oh yeah, and you're waiting for them to take your money because they don't take it up front, did they?
Yeah, which is good. At least they don't take it.
Yeah,
they don't charge you till they ship it. But I just don't understand the whole premise behind it. If you don't have it at your fingertips, why even offer it?
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm just hoping the store I go to gets it at their fingertips. That's why I told, I give a wish list. I don't ask for much each year, but that one's on my wish list.
Yeah.
You guys started talking about Maker's Mark. I busted out the BRT01. It's all right.
What was that one I had the other night, Rob? The blue label? Was that
BP.
22?
BEP.
Yeah.
It's 23.
Oh, that's right. It was okay.
Not bad either.
Yeah, it was okay.
It was $12 more this year than it was last year.
Yeah. I'd buy Maker's Cellar at retail for the first release only. I will not pay secondary. I'm with you.
Me either, Daniel. But
sorry, Bourbon.
Won't see it, so there's
that. Yeah.
The other thing that hit the market this week was in this area was the Jack Rye Bonded.
I was going to say that was my next one I was going to talk about. Did you pick it up?
No, I did not. I ended up getting a Knob Creek store pick that I wasn't going to pass on.
Yeah, I found that weird that they popped that one out after they just did that. Was it twice barreled?
Yes, so there's a toasted barrel.
Toasted rye.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird that they threw those on each other.
Jack Daniel's killing it, man. I saw the rye, just the barrel proof rye or whatever they call it, the cask strength rye barrel proof, on secondary for $300. John,
what's up, JK?
Hello.
How you doing, man? You doing all right?
Yeah. You feeling any better?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I just finished the first week training at the new job, and I'm literally just worn out mentally.
Yeah, I bet you are. Everything going okay?
Yep.
Good.
Yep, just a big life change. So.
Yeah,
is it different hours, or you got to move?
No, just going from working on a factory floor to working in an office.
Gotcha.
There's a big career difference.
Well, you gotta. Sorry, wise guy, I didn't see you there. What's going on? And there's Kilco Brian. What's up, Kilco?
Cheers,
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, you got to learn how to occupy your time a little bit. From where you've been moving all the time. Then now you get to, maybe slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Ginger Ale Scotch for Dummies T-shirt. Almost time.
Yeah,
to
there you go.
There you go, man. I like that. So, have you had the Remus 5 or the 7, John?
My Remus 5 is almost gone, but a friend did hook me up with a backup that I'm just waiting on now.
Somebody I know got my backup. I'm getting low.
There it is.
That's about where my original one is right now, Rob.
Well, this one took a hit too when my shelf broke. Daniel referenced my 6 it was full when it hit the floor. The bottle didn't break, but the cork popped out and it emptied to about right there.
Oh man!
And this one was probably about here.
Mm-hmm.
And
me too, Ernest.
Yeah, Rob, I tell that to Renee a lot too. She goes, "What happened to this?" I said, "Yeah, the shelf just fell over. It's on the rug." That excuse works all the time.
It was painful, that's for sure. Yeah. And lesson learned. There's some support under those bastards now. It won't happen again. Woo!
Old granddad.
I'm struggling against. I started with a barrel proof Jack Daniels, and I had to muscle that sucker down.
No, Greg, that's not a problem.
What do you say, John? Yeah.
Skip the coleslaw for lunch then, okay.
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you another story. Daniel, it might have been, I don't know how long ago it was, at least a year, maybe 2. But Daniel sent, I think me and Rob one afternoon, a picture. And he said, "What the hell do I do about this?" There was a damn snake laying across the top of his bottles.
Yeah, it was.
In his house. You remember that, Rob?
Yeah. I said, "Well, kick him out." He didn't pitch on any of that shit.
No. Evaporation is real in the bottle and the glass. Damn right. Rob actually looks like he's sitting behind a real bar.
Sort of is one. I got no dog out here. I'm going to call it the lonely bar, though. I'm usually the only one down here. Ain't got no friends.
I think that new one, Mark Northwest, I think just did a review. That might be on base though, too.
I can't remember.
Like the Bottled and Bond is on bases.
Yeah, he goes, "Yeah, a damn snake got in the house, laying across top of my master's keeps." Shoo! And he found the hole that it came through.
It was a big bastard too.
Yeah, well, I remember that wasn't. Yeah, I forgot about that. Another Jack. Yeah, that single malt. I wonder with the new barrel proof rye that's out now in some places, and now that toasted one. I wonder how available they will be together. Like if you're getting the toasted, will you still get the high proof rye, or will it be just one or the other? I think it's going to be interesting to see how those are released.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to get another batch of the barrel proof rye they just put out. I haven't seen another one.
No,
since Shane's.
Where did I get?
Yeah, I only seen one in this area.
I'm anxious to try a couple.
Mine came. No, mine was here. They got them. They got them one time here. That's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
One time here also.
Yeah. I had my welding gloves on, pulling on that.
Hey, Daniel, it wasn't the first time that anything with a wild turkey name had a big snake attached to it.
No kidding. Some bits looks like a bowling ball stuff down in there. Shoot. Well, there's just something else.
Was that a Russell?
Yeah. It's that new Masters Keep at $275.
I think I'm passing on that if I see it.
I think I am too. I swear I think I am.
At that price, rum finished bourbon, that's just not my thing either. I love turkey, but
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of rum finished whiskey. But
No.
Now Pennsylvania has it on their site as coming soon at $2.19.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll never hit a shelf here.
I mean that makers, they say 150, but it'll never be on a shelf here for 150.
Yeah, Ernest.
I think for the Master's Keep I paid $220.
Yeah, I think the last one. I think Daniel found us the last one.
Yeah, and
and it was right at. Was it 200?
Yeah, I think it was. I think 220 something like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Back to that one very much.
I don't know. I kind of said it about 2 months ago, and I know it's popular and it is good. I had one last night, a finished whiskey, and I'm just kind of over finishes. Rum is number one. Mm-hmm. Rum barrels, I'm kind of over. Yeah, that RY3 rum cask finish we've got, or Rob, I think, might have killed his. Boy, after we got 3/4 into that bottle, that son of a bitch is nothing but a rum barrel.
So everybody's now running the Amberana train.
And I don't like the Amberana.
I can have a pour too, but it's too sweet for me.
Correct, me also.
There have only been 4 stores to get the Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye in this area. And all 4 stores have been in South Carolina. I have not yet seen a North Carolina store in my area with that bottle. Yeah, a buddy of mine was down the street here, and he called me and said, "Hey, they've got it on the counter if you want one." And I was like, "Okay." So that's or I wouldn't have it unless somebody found it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, here's you another one. Daniel's right. Yep. No, I think it'll be good. I'm just sick of everybody triple finishing something and calling it a cigar finish.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Yeah, that RY3, it's up here in Youngsville, Daniel, but it's what was it, Rob? $119?
I thought 125, something like that.
I'm like, no, I'm not. And it was the last finish. I can't remember what it was. I'd never heard of it. That it was finished.
I don't know.
I'm like, I'm not.
It's MGP for 125.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not pulling the trigger on that.
But can anybody tell us what the definition of a cigar blend is?
I thought
it's supposed to taste like a damn cigar.
I thought that because I know some of them finish it with actual. Don't they wrap the barrel with cigar leaves?
Drews does.
Like no, Buds and Drews. Yeah, they steam it. They steam it in there.
I thought I had a picture of it, Rob. That whatever that was, RY3 was finished in.
But then I see a cigar blend that's basically just a cognac finish too.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's everybody you ask has a different answer to that question.
Mm-hmm.
That Yellowstone is finished in a Takagi casks.
Has anybody had that yet?
I've had a Takai finish, but not that one particular.
Yeah.
Because, they're usually available here. I have the 21 and the 22.
No.
Yellowstone LEs, that is. They're, I don't know. I don't know if I'm pulling the trigger on them for $125 this year.
Yeah. I had a pour of a friend got one from Single Cast Nation, and it was 12-year Whistle Pig at cast strength that I was in Tokai, and that was phenomenal.
Wow.
It's probably like 57.7%.
Wow. I've never had a Whistle Pig, any of it.
My mom would get on is it a 9? What do they have? 9, 10, and 12? How does it go?
6.
Yeah, the 6, the piggyback.
Which is the piggyback, yeah.
Standard 10. I had to pour a standard 10 in a bar, and I was like,
My mom liked the 10, I think, a whole lot, and she's got a bottle or 2 of it, but I don't even think I've tried it.
We have some in this house, and I got a single barrel 10-year that's real good that I was able to score just a quarter of a bottle from somebody in a share, which was nice.
Yeah.
I did have a sample of the 12. What is it? The Old World. That was okay. There's like an Old World cask version or something. It's a 12-year-old.
Yeah, and
that's it. Yes, that's right. That's right, because that was supposed to be very, very limited, and I think it got more bottles out than what they anticipated on that yield. And I remember, was it Minnick talking about it? Somebody? Whatever. When it hit heavy, and it wasn't supposed to. And I don't know why that was a big deal, because I still wasn't buying it anyway. But
I mean, Renee has several bottles, but I don't think I visited them on my own.
Yeah,
of any of them.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can understand that.
Well, one, they're hers, but did I say that?
I'll tell you something else. That's just weird, man. And when I went up to Youngsville last week, just to nose around, they had these Remuses at the counter. And this, I know this bottle isn't everybody's bag, but it's very allocated pretty much. But they had like 18 cases at no limit of Elijah Craig Toasted Barrel at the counter.
I saw a shit ton of that this year too.
$54
recently too.
Wow.
I've never seen it in Raleigh. I've never seen it in Garner. I've never seen it in most places in North Carolina. And this is a North Carolina ABC store. But here they are sitting on 18 fucking cases at the counter.
Yeah.
I'm like, split it up. Why are you not sending 6 or 7 here, 6 or 7 there? Yeah. I don't.
I noticed them hanging a long time because they, standing around waiting for the barrel, the B523 to hit. The Elijah Craig just came 2 weeks ago, but to my surprise, still on the shelf here after 2 weeks.
Well, I was asking, I do my Thursday morning breakfasts, and I'm with the manager of the store, and I go, "Oh, are these McKenna 10s limited?" He goes, "Because they only put 5 out on the counter to make it look like it's limited." He goes, "No, I got at least 5-6 cases in the back of that stuff."
I think that for the most part has lost its luster.
Right.
I like McKenna 10, love it, but I'm not paying $75 for it.
But did the Toasted lose its luster?
I was never a huge fan of that in the first place.
So that's my wife's. That's one of my wife's favorites, but she's not a high proofer. So I keep it for here. If Rob sees it and he knows I need it, he grabs me one.
Right.
But I walk. I've never seen anything, and it's the same damn store. Last year when the 03 or the 04 Bookers came out, I went back there in the back, and I've got a picture I can show you. I bet you I counted what, Rob? 20, 25 cases of Bookers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was no limit on them, but I like
it's another
last
one
year.
I'm not running out to snatch.
Yeah, I'm laying off Bookers until somebody tells me this one will blow you out of the water.
Yeah. I had a little bit of FOMO with that first batch this year. I've never tasted it, but I heard it was pretty damn good. But I don't know. I decided to draw the line, and I've kind of have. I've done it with Bookers. I've done it with the Bardstown disco stuff. Just how much whiskey do you freaking need?
Hey, I know what we need to ask. Have you all tried batch 35 of the barrel?
Oh yeah.
No.
No.
Anybody check?
And I didn't even look. I didn't even look for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daniel. I've been getting.
Daniel, the sample I had of the 22 Bunahaven 12 cast strength was insane.
I have that. Yeah. I get into that.
I can answer. Go ahead.
I just poured that off for a minute. I can't even taste it.
Did you? Yeah. For me, that on the rye release is that damn Connolly. That's some of the best stuff I've had in a long time.
I would think for the bourbon, probably the Old Kirk.
Can't go wrong with that.
Yeah. Hell, I don't. You know what, bourbon? Nothing's jumping out at me. I tell you, yeah, it is. I tell you, well, it's not fair. That 22A Stag is good.
Wild,
but that's
my rye. It's that rye release. I just recently got into the Sagamores. I mean, I've had a double.
Yeah.
For a long time, but I just pulled the trigger on that PX. Again, that's nothing new to anybody here, but I never bought it because I'm like $72.
Damn it.
But anyway, I bought it. I loved it, and I picked up the cast strength and loved that as well.
I got the 22B here of the stag. I just noticed.
I
don't have the B. I'd like to try the B.
Got a 4-gate Calvin River rye that I would send back in a freaking heartbeat if they gave me the opportunity.
Marty will be in your next pile.
What was it? Stag? Yeah. Daniel said, yeah, you're right. Daniel's going to pour it now. Daniel will be shitty. You know what, Greg? It's hit here some, but I've not been able to get out because I was sick. That's another one. Me and Rob, I think, and I probably speak for you two guys too. I'm really interested in trying that. Yeah. Baker's 13.
I've never seen one in the wild.
But it's 107 proof in it, just like the Baker 7.
I believe so. I'm buying it if I see it to give it a shot.
Yeah.
But that's probably a one-time deal for me too, because I'm not the Baker's the 7's okay, but it's nothing special in my opinion. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think they hit here. They're $72. I guess that's reasonable. And some of them are 8 years and up. You know, you can creep up a little higher. But I don't know. I'm just as happy with the Knob Creek pick.
Yeah, I tore into that one.
They're the same price now. Here.
Fred, I don't know if you're still here, but I got into that one you and Doug brought to me. That's really good.
The other thing that's floating around here is all the Russell 10-year single barrels. Non-store picks are starting to float around, which we haven't seen in a while.
Yeah.
And the prices are all, from we'll say from 60 to 80. They're just all over the place on those prices.
Yeah. Hey, Daniel.
Hell, I had one I was getting ready to say, and then Daniel put that up, and it made me laugh. Shit. Y'all go ahead and talk amongst yourselves. I'm verklempt.
What do you want us to talk about?
Greg McDonald.
Yeah. We already talked about it.
Oh, I know Baker's. Oh, no, Russell's. Y'all were talking about Russell's. What came to my mind was I would like to – this is totally off the reservation. A squirrel just run through here. ADD is – I want to find another Clyde Mays 6-year pick. Sometimes you can find the 5s, but the 6s are hard to find. Those 6-year picks are really, really good. And I killed that one about a month ago.
Okay, so what does that have to do with Russell's?
Nothing. It's just when you were talking about Russell's, and Clyde Mays popped in my mind. That's what I'm saying. Squirrel ran through here. Yeah, when I say squirrel ran through, it's not physical. It just went through my head. I'm trying to get that to come up, Greg. My mouse is acting fucking weird.
Yeah, I saw the Stags. I think I saw A and B in Maryland. $389.
Ooh.
Wow.
I paid under 65 for mine.
There we go.
I did get a single barrel stag from a Big Vic store, Lucky O in California, which I haven't opened yet. But Independent Joe did a review of it the other night, and he said it was one of the best he ever had.
Wow.
So I'm waiting to crack that one with somebody.
Yeah, that's awesome. They hit here, but when they hit here, they lump them in when the Pappy and the BTAC releases in the lottery. They don't even bother.
Well, in California, you have to do those stupid packages.
Yeah.
So I don't know what my friend paid, but he got me Elijah Craig rye. That was part of the package and something else. And I'm like, what am I going to do with all this other stuff? But he shipped them all out, so they're here. So that's a good thing.
That's good, Greg. I'm glad somebody had a chance to try it and said it was great. I actually called Buffalo Trace, asked him about the 22A. One of the better experiences I've had talking to a distillery. That's cool. 22A is one of the best bourbons I've ever tried. It's so good. Stack 22A, that is. Yeah.
And when you talk to them again, let them know I'm still waiting for my
Invite.
Yeah,
Barrel pick invite.
right. I was supposed to, meet with the master blender.
Peter said,
Instead, they
bring me
told me
Found North and
I'm
get
going
a
to go
Baker
across town and
17.
meet with the master baiter. So I'm not into fishing. They said, don't
Old
worry.
T-Rob likes old Baker 7.
You said what, Marty?
I said, old T-Rob likes that Baker 7. He used to struggle to find it.
Oh, yeah, it's not that I don't like it. It's just,
No, I mean, I do too. It's just nutty.
yeah, a little nutty, and it's fine. And the price is decent for it, but you could bump up another 13 proof for the same money on a pick.
Daniel, I thought that one was pretty damn good too. That double oaked.
That one gives me
But
anxiety.
it's just impossible to find, and when you find it, it's damn expensive.
I overpaid
Yeah.
for that in Miami, and I've been pissed off ever since. I'll be quiet about it now.
Just let it go.
That's right.
Get over it. Like there's nothing else here I have never overpaid for, right?
Just think,
That's right.
just think of everything you underpaid for. It,
All right,
it levels out. It levels
That's right.
out.
Yeah, well.
Bob said you were on the do not call list. Daniel said when he talked to him.
There's a picture of me at the gate. If you see this guy, don't let him have anything to drink.
That double, is it the double rye? The double rye Peerless is here, but it's $149.
Ooh.
Jeffrey
No.
Wack told me, he goes, you need to pull the trigger on that all day. And I'm like, yeah.
All right, you got a coupon?
Yeah, that. I mean, yeah, I'm disability and everything else. I've got Jenny. I've got her. She's down in, a lot of people don't know, but she's in Chattanooga seeing our son, and they're fostering a baby. So she's down there this weekend. She flew down there. I've got her and my son going to a couple stores tomorrow, and I've got them a little list. And one of the first ones on the list is buy every Bunnahabhain 12 cast strength you see under $100. So
Tell that woman to grab me one of them Chattanooga single barrels, man.
yeah, she's going to see if she can get it. And I told her, I said, let me know if you see the Founders. I said, some of my community here may still want a Founders for $69.
Hell, I need a 111. I'll be in Ohio here in a couple of weeks. I'm going to get one when I get over there. I love that bottle.
If she's going past Jimmy John's, have her get me a sandwich.
Come on now.
Dude, I tell you what, we don't have a Jimmy John's in this end of Raleigh, but that damn sandwich wrapped in lettuce is one of the best ones you'll ever have. 0 carbs, and it's great. Which, you know,
I'll have to remember that.
Looking at me, I'm really under carb control.
Right.
But back to those Peerless, we're able to get these here.
That's
Them
cool.
little ones.
Yep.
That's cool.
Those are cool as shit. I'd love to have one, but I don't know why. To put it over there.
Put it in your pocket and take it with you.
Yeah, hell,
But if you don't-
there you go.
I
Those are
bought
great
this
for church.
What are those?
Yeah.
About $30, top dog?
I think so. I bought this for a tasting because I never had Peerless. And rather than buy a big bottle, I seen this behind the counter. And I'm like, a 200 mil is perfect.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good deal.
Yep.
Peerless distill their own shit. They do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, I don't know, John, if you saw it or not. It may have been a year or two ago. Minnick went and I think me and Daniel H talked about this. Got me a Boona 12. I'm gonna get them all, dude. Yeah. Minnick went and did a sit-down interview with that young distiller from Peerless. Did y'all ever see that interview? It's like a year or so old. And you know, I'm a little slow on the get up, and everybody knows that. But that dude in that interview came across to me as an absolute, and I'm like, who do you think you are? I mean, just I did, yeah. Go back and check it out. I'm sure it's on Fred's page somewhere. And they're sitting on like these real fancy couches or something at Peerless, and Fred would ask him a question, and he would just kind of stare at him for a minute. I guess he was thinking of the answer, but it was very awkward. And I just,
That's a trick question.
like, and he was cocky. He was just real cocky about everything. And I'm like, dude, you're in the game, but you know, try to do something for your brand. Don't make me not want to drink it.
Well,
You know,
do you guys base your bourbon purchases on some interviews like they have with somebody?
I don't. And
I used to. That's why I have all this shit.
Right.
well, I tell you what,
'Cause-
I'll do this. If I see something that I think I want and I'm hesitant, I will. I've got that Black Pitts Irish. Damn right. I'll reach out. I'll send Scott or Jason or somebody a text or Jeffrey or somebody, say, what do you think of this? And if they said that I haven't had it or whatever, I may put it in YouTube and just see. But a lot of times those videos I watch, I end up not buying it. So it almost doesn't do the product any justice for me.
But are you not buying it based on the way the distiller talked and presented his interview like the Peerless guy did?
At that point when he did that interview, I didn't own any Peerless. And I said to myself, God damn, what is wrong with you? And then I've got two of their regular expressions. I've got the small batch and I've got their straight rye or whatever it is over here. And they're okay. They're good, but they're okay. But that double oak, when you start going up in that price range of that stuff, that double oak is fantastic. These Peerless rye picks are really good. That's where it sucked me in. I'm like, yeah, because I've got. Well, that's the small batch. I've had that bottle for 2.5 years, and that's all I've had out of it.
If I didn't give it away, I got one of those buried in the shelves also.
The Whiskey World has a double oak on the site. Well, it says double oak, but the picture of the bottle is like a single barrel bourbon. And it's not expensive. I was half tempted to just risk it and order it and see if it was actually. Hey, Daniel, can you call them for me, buddy? But I never did it.
Yeah, no kidding, Daniel. I kind of about going back to purchases and stuff. It's just a lot of things people and channels and stuff are pushing is finished whiskey, and I'm just still kind of over it.
And maybe you guys know better than I do,
or us. Yeah,
I'm sure you do. But if you have a 14-year-old bourbon,
yeah, I know where you're going with this shit.
Is it garbage? Because you finished it? Why else would you finish it?
What do you think, John?
Which John?
I think they're just, at the end of the day, I might be wrong, but I just think they're just following a trend. Okay, people are going to buy this, and this, so that's what we're going to do.
You know,
I agree with that.
I don't know. I mean,
I think they're chasing their tails some days. It's like whatever's selling, well, we got to do that.
But I'm going to give you something. The reason why I asked this question is because I watched Scott do an interview with these guys. Their product is less than 2 years old. All their bottles are under $50. And I'm impressed with Broken Barrel.
Damn right. Love it.
And
first review me and Rob ever did.
Yeah.
Yep,
I mean,
love it.
How can you beat that? They keep the price down because they're buying it so young.
Yeah, they're telling you what it is. They're telling you what they're doing, and they're not trying to hide anything.
Right.
And it's half the price of Maker's Mark.
And I think they're paying more for their bottles than they are the juice.
Probably.
No kidding. They're gorgeous.
I didn't care for the 95 proofer. I mean, it's fine for what it is. It's just the proof doesn't bring it home. But this 115, this is great. And I like the rye, too. I think it's long gone.
I didn't try. I haven't located the rye yet. I got I got one finished in stout barrels, or not finished in a barrel, I should say,
Yeah.
thrown in with the wood in the cask from Modern Times, which is
Yeah.
amazing. And then just a regular one, with their oak bill.
Do you want that rye,
40%
John?
ex-bourbon barrels, 40% new French oak, and 20% sherry.
Do you want that rye? I might see it in Maryland on Monday, John, if you want it.
It's good, man. I'm telling you, it's a sneaker good rye.
I'll find it, Rob. But now that you put my senses out, I'll keep looking for it.
Okay. Let me know, because like I said, I'm pretty sure it's on the shelf in Maryland.
Okay.
No, I loved it. I killed it. It's here too. It's actually in Cary and stuff. Yeah, I saw it again, Rob.
That young kid he interviewed was just so impressive. How he didn't dodge any questions. He jumped into the questions. He just said how he loves breaking barrels, how he trained under a Scotch guy who sponsored him and all this. And he's not in such good neighborhood, but he says the business is working and he had to hire somebody. But he was just so transparent. I went out and located 3 bottles at that point.
Yeah, you're right, Daniel. But I still don't have to spend my money there, and they don't care, and neither do I.
Just see Greg's post here. If I can get to, I don't know why his stuff is not. There we go. Last Craig Barrel Proof September 8th statement of 13.7.
I figured it ought to be fun trying to find that one. We'll see.
Oh, that's a low proof.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We'll see what all the whiskey tubers have to say about that.
The bourbon and rye industry is garbage for the collectors. Well,
I don't know. There's just so much stuff out there. Luckily, I learned that you don't have to have every single bottle that comes out from every single distiller. So you can still have a good time with your friends doing things like this, and
agree,
and work with what you got. Or in John's case, there he likes to play with it and make blends and age it differently and things like that. It makes it fun and keeps money in your wallet. And that's what Marty and I talk about all the time. It's like, yeah, man, you kind of got that. Your tater senses are up, your FOMO's up, but at the end of the day, you don't buy it. All that goes away within 24, 48 hours. And I'm just going to keep on looking at it like that. I'm still buying whiskey. I'm still looking for it, but I'm not driving 150 miles out my way or spending $100 over retail on it anymore. I'm just not.
Another example of a bottle that's hitting now. And the reason I bring it up is because I really don't know what I'm going to do with it if I see it. Number one, it's going to be $80, and it's that Elijah Craig. Ryder Cup bottle. And I don't know whether I'm going to, if I did buy it, am I going to open it and just enjoy it, or am I going to sit on it like something's going to happen to it?
So what's that? Is that like the same thing as like the Woodford Reserve Kentucky Derby bottles?
Yeah, I think but I think it's a little different, maybe proof or something.
If I see it, I will buy it because I'm a golfer.
Yeah, me too. That's
the only reason why. And I will open it.
Okay. Yeah, I think Fred did it, and I don't know if there might be a couple other reviews now on it.
Is it just standard Elijah Craig at 94 proof, or is it something different?
I don't know.
I can't remember, to be honest, now that see what I can find.
Rob, to your point, you don't follow me you're not on social media, but I got a 6-gallon barrel going in the garage right now that I treat like a baby that I bring outside and I bring out. So that's Christmas.
There you go.
Yep. And
I keep telling myself I'm going to start messing around with that, but
like I said, I went from the 2 liter to 1. I went from 1 liter to 2 liter to 6 gallon.
Pretty soon there's going to be a shed out back.
Oh, I got a patio.
Like all it tells you is about the damn Ryder Cup history. Well, I know that.
Oh, they're saying in chat that it's aged in European oak.
Yeah, and I think it's toasted barrel. So, I guess, yeah.
Why would they put an American bourbon for the Ryder Cup in European oak, though?
So
It's
you can
in,
play in both
Italy.
countries, both because you got European and America.
But it's not in the States this year, Marty.
No,
No,
you're
where
right.
is it? It's in Rome, I think.
Yep. Yeah. Rome.
What's the controversial golf?
The Live Tour.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I heard they're aging suburban in a camel stall. That's not right. As soon as that come out of my mouth,
It's European bear. That's right, Ernest. Yeah. That's right, Daniel. Yes,
I
sorry, buddy.
apologize. Marty, edit that out when you post this, please.
Okay. That's why it's uncut, unfiltered.
Yes.
I've got to bring my
I don't know why
fan
I'm
up here.
trying to
It's so
smell
damn
this whiskey.
quiet.
There's absolutely nothing coming out of this glass for me.
Well, I was trying to think what you could pour. Ryder Cup is in Italy. Yep.
Well, I tried Pete, and it's not there
Didn't
at all.
phase you.
It's not there at all. I did that Offerman. I just did this Black Pits. I can't taste it. There's that Octomore up there. I could try that, but there ain't no sense wasting it.
Those are good ones, Daniel. That's for sure. Might be the
Right.
last of some of the old barrels. That's why those are so good.
Some malt and sweetness off of it, just no smoke.
Yeah, I still got the 18s and 19s, and those are just amazing bottles.
Yeah.
Daniel, are those 20s and 19s still at that store you were telling me about? If so,
Come on.
I might think about one or two of those.
I understand what's wrong with this fucking thing.
I got to refill my water. I'll be right
I
back.
feel like paying $100 for a bourbon. I just go to secondary shop and pay $100 for a yeah, hellfire. No kidding. Yeah. I haven't really, other than that, Remus, I don't think I've really bought anything. Greg got me a Wild Turkey or Kentucky Spirit bottle I need to get into. Daniel got us those Russell's picks that we did a couple weeks back. I guess really that and that 22A, that's it. Which is plenty with all the shit. Top Dog, what do you got blending now? Anything?
You'll
Working on
find out
any
at
more?
Christmas what's in the 6-gallon barrel.
Okay.
And
I was going to ask if you're
after
going to do
pulling
any.
out this little bottle, I think I'm going to come up with a custom label and put it in 200 mils this year.
Yeah, I like it. I hope you're doing some more honey stuff.
Oh, no, I still got one bottle of that.
Do you really?
Yes, it's over my shoulder. That's the only one I got. I can't duplicate that.
Hey, Alan, the whiskey friend.
And there's one I can't duplicate that's awesome. For 4 months, 21 days, I had a mini barrel on my back patio. And when I go somewhere, I put it inside my gas grill, take it out, put it inside the gas grill. And it was 2 bottles of 750, and I only got like 400 milliliters out of it. Damn, that is good. And it was garbage
kidding.
whiskey I put in there.
That's awesome. That's cool as shit.
But the Christmas one should be at 5 months when I check it.
How often do you pull off it?
I did not pull
You haven't touched
anything yet.
Okay.
Nothing. Because I don't want to.
Yeah. Get an idea and then
Right.
at the end, yeah.
Yep.
Just make it what it is. I got
Yep.
you. That's a great idea. I could try some more of that K-Luke.
So, back to everybody hates rum finishes. I do not like tequila finish.
I've not had that one. I have not been back to Tennessee to try it.
Just doesn't sound right.
It doesn't. I'm gonna have to revisit it, but the first pour did not go well with me.
I've had a couple. Wasn't a fan of most of them, and I want to say someone sent me a sample of an Obtanium finished in a tequila barrel, It was actually pretty good. I was very surprised. I don't know if I want a whole bottle of it, but
It was good for the taste, and that was about it.
That's exactly what this one is. It's good for the taste, but I would not go pour a second one.
Yeah. That K looks good. It's just hot on the back end, man. 119.4.
is that their own stuff? I'm not familiar with it at all.
I don't think so.
I know Daniel gave us a shout out to be able to grab one the other day, and
Bottled for K Luke Spirits at Bardstown.
okay.
So no.
And they're 100 plus, right?
Yeah. 120 for tax. Pouring B520. Let's see. Hell yeah. Get on it.
Look out. I think the earliest I go back on the barrel proof Elijah Craig's is C920.
I've got a B519. I believe that's it for me.
C920. That's it.
Yeah, I go back to A118. That's when I first started buying it.
Yeah.
I think the only reason I have that one is because I had bought a few backups of one of the other ones, and Marty, I think I got that C920 from you, Marty. Dumbass.
Yeah, really?
It's good.
Yeah, thanks a lot for nothing, right?
It's one of the few times I've ever gotten the leg up on your ass.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tight wad.
It's very good and better than recent bottles, no question. Wow. Huh. The 20. Oh, 21090's live. I forgot about that.
What time is it?
Right.
Yeah, they're at Sagamore.
Oh, that's
right.
right.
Like an hour ago, I think.
Huh?
I think it was like an hour ago that they went.
At 6:30. That's what it said on the thing here.
Yeah.
They've got Ben and DMC sitting there with them.
I just couldn't do it. I wanted to go, but now I'm glad I didn't make reservations because I feel like shit.
I didn't get an invite.
Me either, John. I was just going.
I checked the mailbox for a month. I didn't get reserved 1, 2. I didn't get to pick a meal. Oh, I got headphones on so you can't hear us.
The nice things they're saying about me.
Oh,
Share
Rob
the
was saying
phones.
good things.
Now it's a
Rob
party.
was-
That's right.
Hey, everybody.
Can you hear her?
Yeah. We'd rather you get out of the way and her sit down, though.
Right.
Cheers. Cheers to Friday.
Yeah, cheers. I'm gonna be on fire on that K Luke. That damn shit's hot. Whew.
I might just go ahead and kill this Black Bits bottle. She's getting down there.
Yeah. Now I'm getting stopped up listening to you.
Sorry.
God. Syphilis sucks. I saw that on a shirt one time and I fell over laughing.
Damn syphilis, you know.
I mean, I just took the headphones off so both of us can talk about syphilis.
Yeah, we've gone from being nice and Renee shows up and we just get nasty.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The thing about this is
Oh,
my daughter had the sniffles last week. You know, she was achoo a little bit, runny nose, 2 days. She's fine. By Saturday, I could barely walk. I'm laying in bed. Tuesday, I'm starting to feel better. I'm recovering a little bit. Had a big day on Wednesday with meetings and stuff like that. Got through it. Felt great. And Thursday, it was like I got hit by a ton of bricks again. I tested for COVID. I was negative, and I told Marty he had texted me to see if I was doing anything, and I'm like I feel like shit, but I'm drinking anyway. So him and I proceeded to drink until at least 1 a.m. last night.
Yeah,
and I was hitting it hard. And then of course I had to work today, and then he says, "Hey, I'm gonna go at 6 o'clock." I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he was real upset.
And, so here I am again, but not that this is a good thing, but having a couple sips of this stuff, at least it makes me feel better. So whatever.
What me and Marty say when people are sick around you, wash your damn
hands.
Yeah, Marty.
Wash your damn hands.
Well, my wife just came down with it yesterday. She's up on the couch now.
your damn hands.
Smasher.
This bourbon tastes like pepper.
That's it. Yeah.
And mustard.
I think he's in Indiana or Illinois.
I don't know. Renee doesn't know what we're talking about either.
Oh,
neither do I.
There's this little fella. His name's Drew, and he has a Instagram channel called Downright Delicious, and he has Down syndrome, and he cooks.
Oh, okay. You showed that to me.
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
I've seen that.
Wash your damn hands. That's the first thing he does before he cooks.
And
he's got T-shirts made up that says "Wash your damn hands."
And he loves what's the rock group he likes that starts with a P? Panera or no, not Panera.
Pantera.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that music's always playing in the background. I mean, but he'll make some stuff that, like, God, it'd be like, why don't you come over here and make this?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He'll make these monster burritos and stuff on the grill, and he's cool, man.
I agree. That it was funny when I first started following him. Every time I'd see Marty McLeod liked it, and I'm like, oh,
yeah,
him on the next. I kept going.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. That's right. Hell yeah. Wash your damn hands. What's funny is Jenny's got a little sign in our little bathroom downstairs that says wash your hands.
Yeah.
And it's behind the toilet. So whenever you're in there and you're looking at it, you always have to say damn.
Yeah, every time I'm there, I get in trouble for washing my hands in the toilet.
Yeah, I just want to get some tape and put damn on it. Wash your damn hands. I can't stand it. Enough cask strength whiskey keeps COVID away, but it helps you wash your damp hands.
Hot toddies are great for COVID.
Well, that's what got you through COVID.
That's what
got
COVID. Bourbon, honey, and tea. Hot tea.
I like it. That's what I need to try right now.
The higher the proof, the better the toddy.
Damn, I got you.
For your sick. Oh, it's better. Okay.
Yeah.
What's up, Alan?
I put a Patreon post up today for Alan on my Patreon that he's taking a little well-deserved YouTube break, and I told everybody it's time to go over there and get caught up on his content. So Alan's taking a break, and he'll be back when he's ready. He's got work and some holidays coming up. So get over and catch up on his content. Last night I was trying to watch Roy and Ralphie on a live stream. That was my brain didn't have enough intellect in it to keep up. I'll just say it that way. Between those two, they covered some subjects that I'm like, my goodness.
Without using names, are there some live streams that you just shake your head at going, I can't watch this, and then you keep watching. I can't watch this. You keep watching.
It's like a car crash.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alan. Cheers, man. You're welcome here anytime, buddy.
I think it was Marty last week on your live stream. I asked Jason, is there anybody at your big gathering this weekend that you're going to question and be nervous about? And he just smiled. He goes, yes, I'm nervous about a couple of people going there. How they're going to act, what they're going to do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think
as a host, you got to be nervous knowing that, you watch all these guys in chat, how they're going to act in public. And it's the first time meeting them. You're like, oh, no.
I know. Well, I was going to go, and I was well. My wife ran into a damn hellacious snag at midnight last night at Hartfield Jackson Airport in Atlanta, and I didn't know what my day was going to consist of. But I was going to go, and then my pet sitter decided that she was going to leave out of town this morning, so I don't have anybody for the animals tonight. But I was going to go up there. But here's the thing. Here's another problem with me going to Sagamore on a Friday is no matter what time of day I leave, I have to drive through the middle of Richmond, Virginia, and Washington, D.C. to get there. And that sucks.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's 10 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock. You're going to be bumper to bumper stop somewhere. So,
I mean, if you hit DC before 1 p.m., you're usually okay. It's that 2 to 7.
Yeah, but but it's like we talked about. If I hit DC at 1 and the damn event don't start till 6, what am I doing for 5 hours?
Taking a nap.
Well,
all about the naps.
I don't know.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's nap.
From you going live.
Yeah. Well, I just thought that's what I thought today. It was like, well, I'm not going to sit around and do nothing. I said, let's get it going.
You know the only.
I think what I've got an idea I'm going to throw out, and this goes to John and John and Rob, of course. But there's going to be some Friday, like we've got this somewhat consistent again. There's going to be some Fridays coming up that I may not be able to do that I'll know middle, early of the week of that week that I can't do. I would like to offer somebody else to come on and do Welcome to the Weekend. So if y'all are interested in just hosting it, I'll give you my login stuff, whatever, and then let you have at it.
I will consider it if Renee's in town that Friday. Otherwise, I can't do it on my own on the computer.
He's technologically stunted.
Well, I'm a lot. Yeah, I'm vertically challenged. I'm also intellectual. What is it? My wife said I am intellectually dysfunctional. What was the other one? I am mentally constipated because I can't give a shit about anything anymore. I can't remember what all else she calls me, but yeah. But no, I'm going to make that offer to most anybody that's in chat or whatever. Just we can all get together and do this again.
But you know what we're missing tonight?
Greg.
Well, yeah, Greg. But Friday at Fred's.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Fred was on for a minute. He's away. Not sure where Doug is. Was he in the chat at all?
He was. But
was he? I missed him.
We don't get the wind. We don't get the hair. We don't get the computer going back and forth.
All that. We don't get the sponsored by Fruit of the Loom.
Yeah. Sponsored by Jimmy Russell tonight.
They will.
Yes.
I don't see.
Goodness gracious.
I know what time you were talking about.
I don't see Doug. Maybe Doug's busy.
Okay.
Z-Man.
What's up,
Z-Man, what's up?
The Cub Man. Z-Man, the Cub Man.
Pirates up 2-0 on the Cubs.
Yeah, they'll blow it in the bullpen.
Yeah, come on now.
Hey, I hear my Red Sox are doing good, though.
They're about as good as they're better than my Yankees. So, fucking pitiful.
Hey, Greg, my fat ass is already on stream.
That's
right.
Yankees.
Well, let's do it, Greg. You done with dinner? Come on, man.
Right.
Okay.
I ain't got nothing to do the rest of the evening other than to make sure I feel even worse tomorrow morning. We ought to go to Baltimore in the morning, Marty.
I don't think it ain't crossed my mind.
Well, hell,
I don't want your fungus or whatever the shit you got. I just got healthy.
I don't know. I got a Z-Pack. I'm good.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I'm good.
It's good to know people.
To people's fungus. Cheers, you guys. I'm going.
I mean, it ain't going to take care of the syphilis, but
Cheers, Renee.
Good night, Renee. Bye.
We're all
Bye.
saying
I've got a bottle. I don't know.
she gets to go to Sweden tomorrow.
What?
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, but that's where her office is now.
It's what?
That's where her office is.
Okay. Does she have to do that a lot?
You did say Sweden, right?
I did say Sweden. It's her first time going to the office. Yes.
Wow. That's awesome.
We'd like to thank everybody for joining. We'll be back next week. That's right.
Marty, I got to make dinner. We'll see you guys later.
All right, John. Thank you,
All right,
buddy.
John. Good to see you, man.
Thanks, everyone.
Safe
See you
travels to
next time.
Renee.
Yep, safe travels. We'll see you guys all later. Bye.
Yeah.
One thing I do say, I'm not going anywhere, but Greg,
Yeah.
Yes.
Jack's Bourbon Shack or Whiskey Shack has moved to Lynchburg, so the prices are going to be 3 times as much because you guys dragged your feet.
Way to go, McDonald.
Yeah, you know what? I've spent so much. I probably shouldn't go there anyway.
You should go there.
They did you a favor? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, really.
Don't tell his wife.
Well, she owes him $25, and he's still avoiding them.
I thought he had a couple houses. He had all that stuff stored in.
He did, but he just bought a store. He got a storefront in Lynchburg. Think of the income it's going to make down.
Have you been to all of his houses?
His houses, yes,
Yeah,
but
I mean,
not,
What's the matter?
which is crazy.
Hold on a second.
I'm just, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna visit him soon. Hopefully, I can take all my empty Jack Daniel's bottles and make lamps to put in his store down there. So that's my goal.
when you go, I just need to get your number. You can kind of like do a FaceTime call or something. I'll tell you what I want. And I'll Venmo you or something.
And he allows it. And that like I said, I FaceTime Shane from there twice. The first house in the so
How's he come out? How does he get all those bottles?
So, for instance, I was in a store the other day, and the guy goes to me, he goes, that has a Scotch collection. His grandfather is 92 years old, and he has tons of unopened bottles. The first thing I said to him, yeah. So I texted him. The first thing he said is send me pictures and the public price. And what people like, it's legal for him to buy all that. So they don't have to worry about, selling to people and all. So we're still in the talks. He may get that Scotch collection, that old timer, which will be good for me. The benefit, if I help him out, he'll help me.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has contact all over.
I just wonder if some of them old Scotch bottles are old. Well, any of the older stuff is probably good, but especially if he had some like older Campbelltown stuff or older Isla stuff.
I didn't even get the pictures yet. I mean, he told me where he went and looked at an E.A. Taylor collection, and he offered the guy $25,000, and his partner's about to say something. And the guy, him and Han, the guy said $25,000 cash, and they paid it for him. And then they sold 2 bottles for $14,000 a piece. The tornado bottles. That he had people on the waiting list. He didn't even know it was in the collection until he went through it.
Wow.
I wonder if he's
Cheers,
got
Alan.
one.
But people hear about these people on Facebook, everything. And I mean, and when he travels the country, he'll take a plane ride to Maine. He will get a minivan and he'll drive all the way back home to every store, getting whatever bottles he can, no different from me and you. Then he puts them in his store and marks them up.
Yeah.
And he'll
he
buy the limit of every store if they allow him. If he knows he can sell.
He can't be finding all that locally. He's got to be going all over the place.
He is going all over the place.
Yeah, I mean he's almost like a damn broker or something, just going from place to place, just trying to pick up what he can and bring it back to his store.
And like the day we were there, he's a supplier and all the old stuff. And me, Shane, and the bourbon engineer were going through his boxes, and I'm like, I don't know. And he's giving me prices, and I'm like, I don't know, because it's not like it's sitting on the shelf for so long. I can him and Han negotiate him down. These ones were going out the door that day.
Yeah.
Can't. But everything's legal what he does, which is crazy.
Well, I'm sure that he's probably got some kind of a license where he can sell out. He'd be too easy of a target, not for someone to pick up if he was doing it illegally, you know.
Oh, he was targeted, where they came in and raided him, and no missed him when he got raided because they thought he was illegal.
When was the last time you were there?
I actually send them messages a lot. Last time I was there was probably within 6 months, 7 months. So not.
I'd be curious to see what his price on a pirate bottle is versus like the auction price, you know, of a pirate bottle.
Well, the single barrel rise, he was probably close to $100 cheaper per bottle.
Which single barrel?
The limited edition Jack Rye.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, his prices, but cash off.
Yeah.
You know, and I ask him what he does with all the bottles that open with all these collections he buys. He goes, I just put it on the counter and sample them out. Which
I'm just wondering how people get all these places where they go to like the estate sales. I never been to one, so I don't know. You know, if there's a list out there or what you do to go to one of them. But
I got a friend who chases baseball type cards, and he goes to estate sales where there's a lot of.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and just like Dustin Dan was saying, he has Facebook groups where he gets all his stuff that literally go to every estate sale.
Yeah, but I don't think they make that kind of stuff public, do they? No, I don't think, you know, unless you know somebody or something, you don't know what's going on.
No, but the baseball card guy, when I told him, he says, yeah, there's always whiskeys. So I told him, every time you're going to look for baseball cards, make sure you take pictures of whiskey.
Yeah.
Call me immediately.
Yeah, just text you. Yeah, text you pictures.
Yep.
You know?
Greg, did you see those late '90s Jim Beam bottles on Unicorn with the labels all janky?
I
haven't seen those lately. I let me see what my wife said. I spent too much. Let me turn the volume down.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I've spent too much on there the last couple months, so I've been trying to at most find one. The only thing I saw in there this time that I saw that I liked, well, there's two things, but they've kind of gotten crazy, is they have like 5 or 6 14 and a half to 15 year Knob Creek store picks. And they're just kind of, for me, they're getting right at the bounds of being outside of what I would pay for them, you know?
Are they over 100?
Oh yeah, they're probably, Marty, right now they're around $140 with, and then you got to add the premium and the shipping and everything.
Yeah,
so you're be 200.
Yeah.
Little.
And then the other one was, there was someone had a 2014 or 15. It's a Lechic 18 in the wooden box.
Wow.
When it came in the wooden box, the Scotch. That looked interesting, but that probably, you know, you think you have a chance until the last 5 or 6 hours.
Until Sunday at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, and then it goes batshit crazy, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, I was thinking about some of those Jim Beam bottles. I'm pretty sure they're 1990 bottles.
Really?
Yeah, and what's funny, some of the labels have been like crushed on it.
The labels are they got wet, is what happened.
Yeah. So me and Rob figured we'll just torch them up with a lighter Make them look like they've been burnt.
But
I think
hell,
I
I don't
think
think any of them had reserve on them, and we looked last night, and some of them were still at $5 or $10. Boom!
Yeah.
Look at that.
Damn.
I got quite a few of those.
I think they have 6,500 bottles thereabouts on this month's auction.
Jeez.
Me and Renee had the opportunity to go to the back room at Unicorn, and the bottles are laid out all over the place in this. It's this factory where you gotta get let in. Usually, they only bring the alcohol outdoors, give it to you, put it in your car, and leave. But people are always backing up, and they just put them on a tray, and then some guy goes out there and he appraises it. Then, as soon as it gets in the door, they put it on this white screen, take a picture of it, do all the paperwork on it, and then move it to another cart. But they're going through everything instantly and putting it into their thing. And he was telling me about minis, which ones not to go to, which ones to go to. I could have stayed there all day just watching it. There was only 5 people watching the whole time.
That's awesome.
The only thing I wish they would do better is with these older bottles. Well, I guess 7, 8, 9 years old, or 7, 8, 9 years back, is in the description. Put what the label says it was bottled.
Yeah.
Right.
They need to drop the laser code or whatever the code is. If it's a glass embossed code or something like that, Marty, they need to put that on there.
Well, the girl literally takes it. She takes the computer. She enters all the information they're finding about, reaches over their shoulder. They literally take a picture and put it on another cart. And it's just an assembly line of everything that comes in there.
Yeah. I've had no trouble emailing them and them emailing me back and telling me what that code says or what he thinks it was. But it would save a hell of a lot of trouble if they put, in parentheses, 87 or 96 or something, on there.
I noticed some of them this time did say 90s bottle style or 1980s bottle style. So
yeah.
At least they were giving you an idea.
Sometimes they will put pre-fire. If it's an old Heaven Hill bottle, they will put that on there. They'll say it's a pre-96 bottle, something like that.
Well, we got to go back there because they don't ship to Tennessee. So we went there, we picked it up. The guy carried it out to our car, put it in the back, and he ran the building instantly. And we're like, Renee, there's one extra bottle here. And we're like getting excited. And we're like, but Karma, we can't just take this one extra bottle. So we go back to the door. We tell them who we are. They come back out to the car. They invite us in. Then Renee and the gentleman went to the computer, and I was able to walk around and talk to everybody.
That's awesome.
They did own that extra bottle. It was been in a locker there for years, but we didn't know about it. But it was like, their operation was incredible. And even when our appointment, we're going to say, was at 10, and we got to the parking lot an hour early, the people that just back in, they come out with Rubbermaid tray or roll carts, load all the bourbon and bring it in, and then come back out, and just another car will back up.
Keith J from MA. Hope you're feeling better, Keith. Do you have any update that you could share of when you might get to go home? I know you're looking at a week or so ago. Sorry, John, I didn't mean to cut you off there. I just saw Keith pop in the chat, and I've been thinking about him. And how many bottles do you think they had on hand up there, John, when you were back there? What did he say? I missed it.
And I think his phone's cutting out.
Yeah.
No, that was me saying I talk too much.
Oh, no. How many bottles, John, do you think they had up there when you were back here?
Uncountable.
A couple thousand at least?
It was just tables upon tables upon tables upon tables.
Hell, I don't know how they keep up with it then.
And when we got there to pick up, all we did is ring the doorbell. We told him our last name, and the guy came down with a white box that said Pete's on it, handed it to us, and literally walked away. I mean, that's how quick they operate to get back upstairs.
Sounds like old Carter.
Well, I think they have a lot more bottles than old Carter because I was
I was going off the customer service is what I was going off. But Rob,
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah, no, you
speaking
can't.
of old Carter, has anybody had any of their recent batches?
Hey Jacob,
I just scored 2 of them.
Have you tried them?
No, I scored the 11 and 12.
Yeah. Let us know what you're thinking next time we're on together, because I'm not sure where I stand with old Carter these days.
Overpriced, but when you see it in the store, you keep walking away from it and you go back and buy it.
me and Greg don't have that problem here.
Well,
No.
Yeah. Like I said, I see them in my travels, but $2.99 is about the cheapest. $300 is the cheapest I see them. And I don't know. That shit's getting old. And that's Marty asked the question earlier about those bourbon or barrel.
Yeah.
Barrel, because and someone definitely knows more than me about that, but are they getting the same stuff and selling that for $90 compared to old Carter at $200?
so old Carter with taxes are probably $220 here.
Yeah.
See, that's.
I mean,
I would do that.
If it's somebody I trust that says, "Hey, this batch is great,"
Or
I'm
good.
okay-
Really good.
I'm okay
I'd
with
do
that.
that. Yeah.
I am okay with that. But to just be out there in the wind and guessing on some of that stuff, I don't want to do it anymore. How about anybody have any of the latest Kentucky Owl batches?
No.
We all kept chasing batch freaking 6 through 10.
Yeah, I mean, I have 9.
Yeah, that's a good one.
No, 6 through 9, I think, wasn't it, Greg? The last 3.
Yeah. 10
was
wasn't bad. Yeah, 10 was still good.
10
3
was still
was
Dixon
really
Devin,
good.
wasn't it?
Then it went 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 was good. That's right.
I think 10 is when they all got out of that and sold it to Stoley or whoever.
Yeah.
Fuck,
I
they had some.
apologize if y'all hear that. There's this kid riding his little motorcycle up down the street here. It's great when you're trying to take a nap.
I got one up the street here. They have every motorcycle, quad, this and that known to man, and feel the need to run them.
They
up
feel
and down.
the need for speed.
Yeah, I think
They're gonna feel the need for a baseball bat to keep that shit up in the middle of the night. I'll tell you that right now.
I think.
Oh, wait a minute, hey, Marty, could you edit that out?
Yeah.
We will do.
Well, you're just batting 1,000, ain't you?
Damn it! I just don't want any proof. You know what I mean? There's a reason why I don't piss around too much on social media. I incriminate myself all the time.
Yeah, Rob's getting out the piano wire for the late night motorcycle riders.
Yeah. Yeah, he's playing it across the road.
There's 2 telephone poles right strategically positioned.
Rob, you laugh, but I remember as a kid we were taking I think it was a CR80. I'm on the back of it, and we're running these trails, and everybody was disappointed. Me and my buddy came around the corner, and somebody dropped a tree. And this was probably our 10th lap. They dropped
God
a tree.
almighty.
We hit that tree. Both of us were all right, but it bent the forks of that motorcycle so far in we had to carry it home.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
well, you're going to hurt somebody doing that shit. I don't want to hurt anybody. However, these guys, their kids have motorcycles. I think their kids have motorcycles, and then the 2 guys, they have a couple. Some guy with a Harley meets him up there. They must go riding together. Which, hey, man, it's great. But we live in it's a subdivision here, and the one guy comes up the street. The pipes they're loud. However, he hits that stop sign, and he's trying to nurse that thing down to the house. He's trying not to make it obnoxious. The dickhead that lives there, I can hear him started up the street, and the whole, and then he's drifting in neutral to the stop sign and just hitting that damn thing. And
You got
I want to.
Some people.
I want to
What's up,
throw a damn
brother?
baseball bat in his spokes. Is what I'm saying. What's going on, Ernest? Good to see you.
Yeah,
Sean.
Ernest Banner, Sean.
Cheers, fellas.
Hey, it's good to see you too, man. How y'all been?
So good. We got to sit on our hands so we don't wave at everybody.
I'm just drinking
Oh,
through it,
okay.
buddy. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
You're sounding kind of rough, Rob.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
Some more drinks will be
remember.
fine.
Yeah, syphilis sucks.
Yeah, at least the itching stopped.
Hey, there's a start. Good for you. You got your fingernails
you're-
growing back now. Sean, how good's that Steel Austin?
Dude, it's killer. Yeah,
That's
this
is that
is
the
my,
red corn?
no, this is the rye.
The rye? I
Yeah,
couldn't
this is
tell
just
from here.
they're yeah, here I'll get a little
Okay.
closer there.
Hang on a minute. Let me see if I can get this to work. Here we go.
Here we go.
Straight rye. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your
Yeah,
proof on it?
99, what is it? 99.6.
Hey, is that
Okay.
a new shelf? I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, well, yeah, this top one here is, yeah.
I like it. That looks good, man.
Yeah, I need about 10 more, and then I can get all my whiskey off the floor.
I understand that. Greg McDonald knows how that is. I
They're in
apologize.
our shells.
I haven't been watching a bunch of Whiskey Tube lately, and that's
Well,
not
Greg put in a request to have shelves built at his house, and the state of North Carolina come in and told him there's not enough free wood to do it.
right.
Yeah.
In fact, you're
That's
already
what happened,
breaking the
Greg's.
weight code for this house. And
Yeah, he'd have to have some more beams and stuff put in.
I was considering it, but then they said I had to get a permit because of the construction.
freaking McDonald's floor whiskey is legendary. I'm just
You just
saying.
need to come over here. You drink whatever you want. You know that.
Well, buddy, that 8-hour trip is tough.
What do we get into, fellas? I'll have a little something for you before my stream here.
I'm
We were,
drinking
I did the
Irish.
new Remus, the Remus 7. That's what I did early to start
Okay.
the show. It's good. It's not as good. The 5 is, to me, still better. Storm blowing through. John Cran said, okay, buddy, I got you. Dinner's ready. John will be in chat. Okay. I liked it. It's a little bit, it's not as palate fulfilling as 5 is,
Yeah,
but it's
I got
still good. It's still worth $100 buy to have it, I think.
got a little bit of the 3 here left. I'll have with you.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I think 3 and 5 were probably their best ones, and
Yeah, Daniel said that 3's really good.
Yeah, it is, man. It's it's thanks to them 21090 boys. Cheers, fellas. Where are they? Well, I know what they're
Those
doing.
guys.
Yeah. Cheers, everybody in chat.
Hey, Sean, I got you for a second.
Yeah,
When
man.
we were talking to Todd and Andy Tuesday, and they were going over the top 5 bands, you remember that?
Yeah.
Me and you were just sitting here just shaking our heads. Did you see me? And I was looking at you like, what is wrong with these clowns? Well, they had Kicks at number 2 or something like that.
I think Todd had Kicks at 1.
Yeah, he had Kicks at 1, and then like Guns N' Roses at 5. I'm like, good God. I love you guys, but come on.
I was really surprised by Todd's list because, I mean, all this time I thought for sure GNR was his favorite band. And then he puts him 5th and Kicks it first. Like, dude, what in the hell are you talking
What
about?
did Kicks have? 2 songs, maybe 3?
Yeah, I can't. I promise you, and I know music. I can't name one. None of them come to mind.
No.
I remember they were a band, but that's about it.
I mean, if somebody walked up to me on the street and said, "I'll give you $1,000 to name one Kick song," I'd have to keep walking.
I was just about to say the same damn thing, Marty.
I mean, I didn't want to say it other night. I was like, "Nah, I don't have a clue."
Don't close your eyes was the biggest one.
Oh,
Yeah,
was it?
If my life depended on it, I'd be dead. There's no way I could name a Kick song.
I mean, I hate to date myself, but can you imagine how many just good bands before 1970? I mean,
Yeah.
I know I'm an old fat ass, but damn.
Oh, yeah.
Even the last 5 or 6 years of the 60s, there were so many good bands.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's like when you watch people saying basketball and stuff, and it's LeBron, it's Kobe, it's stuff. It's like, have you ever heard of Wilt Chamberlain?
Well, I tell you what. I saw somebody
Jerry West.
said that, if you want to talk stats, and championships. Bill Russell's the greatest that ever played.
Oh yeah,
He's the greatest winner. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, if you count
And I
rings.
didn't realize that till I started reading that when they compared him to these other players. I was like, my God, he's been there, done that.
Marty, I think 3 or 4 of those, he was the player coach.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he sure was.
That's when you get pissed off and you get winded on the court and you just call your own timeout. You know? I don't know.
I think he coached the last 3 championships, last 3 rings. He coached.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
All right, Marty.
Yeah, the docu-series on him, I think it's on Netflix. It's fantastic. Yeah, he's a cool guy. Or was.
How many in a row did they win? Was it 8?
What's that?
Wasn't it like 8 in a row that they won?
They won a total of 11 or something like that.
Yeah, so they won 11 of 13.
Right.
So,
I think there was a stretch of 8 though. They won.
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Sounds right.
But I mean, to win 11 out of 13 years, that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing with Wilt, and there's interviews on YouTube with those two because they were competitors, but they've done a lot of interviews, and then they were, respectful of each other and everything in their later years and admirers of each other's. But I mean, they changed their rules because of Wilt. God, the guy was just unstoppable.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And not only in basketball, but he was in college. I guess he went to what, Kansas?
Yeah, he was in track and field.
He was in track and he was a shot putter and a high jumper. Who ever heard of that? The guy that was a high jumper and a shot putter.
Well, him and Russell both, and they both set high jump records in the time that they were going to college. Yeah.
And he was either a triple or a long jumper too. So the guy throws shot put, high jumps, and he's a triple or a long jumper.
Well, hell, they're damn 7'50". They half their throws across the field with one.
Well, if the stories are true, they couldn't contain Wilt scoring off the court either.
Yeah. Allegedly, the number was 25,000. 25,000.
I heard. Yeah, it was some ridiculous number.
25,000.
We're always talking about Jimmy's Jimmy, but can you imagine the monster on Wilt Chamberlain? Good Lord.
Where the white women at?
I've
It
not
probably
taken
looks like
25,000
Burbeck's, screen
showers
there.
in my life.
Even little Wilt could dunk.
Come on now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Could have used that for a putter, probably.
7-1. Yeah. Yeah, but they were. What's interesting to me is that they were both great friends. Him and
Well, yeah. That's what I was saying, Sean. There's a bunch of interviews of them on YouTube where they were
So if you
getting
take,
both done after they were done playing and everything like that.
if
Sorry,
you
we
take
got sidetracked. You shouldn't have
25,000
mentioned basketball. We'll talk basketball all day.
If you take 25,000 divided by 300 and what is it, 352?
65, and then how many years he was?
Oh, well, wait a minute. 362. That is 69 years. So that means you had sex every day for 69 years.
I mean, you're not limited to once a day.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even count not even counting yourself.
Yeah.
He probably had a line at the hotel when he was on the road.
I mean, he is Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah, even Gene Simmons was in awe of Wilt Chamberlain.
Mm-hmm.
He did say later in life, though, that those numbers were inflated. He was just a young man and, bragging, I guess you'd say.
He was trying to push a book, so he had to kind of stretch the truth a little bit.
I'm sure it was still up there, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure he did fine.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. I saw him in latter interviews, and he looked like he could still play. I'm not kidding.
Oh, yeah.
He was in great shape.
I did date a girl for a short time in college about 30 years ago. I was at University of Wisconsin. We started talking with, she's like, this girl's like, oh, you know a lot about basketball, huh? So I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I've never really met my dad, but my dad used to play basketball. And I'm like, okay, what's your dad's name? And my mom said my dad's name was Norm Nixon. And I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
The guard for the Lakers? I'm like, well, it must have been a short time thing if she never met him then.
Sugar Kitty Muggsy.
Slut!
Yeah, real short. I would say one night maybe.
Yes.
But you know what? Muggsy played down here at Charlotte for a while, and Muggsy could dunk. Even though Muggsy was like 5'8", Muggsy could dunk. So
Yeah.
Him and Spud Webb 1-on-1. There we
Yep.
go.
I'll say Spud Webb.
yeah, well, that's the thing is
I still think that Spud Webb dunk contest was the best one they ever had. Because nobody knew who he was till he came out and flushed it the first time.
Who was it in that picture they did? Was it Muggsy or Spud Webb they did with Manute Bol? They had him side by side. In the picture.
That was Muggsy.
Was it Muggsy?
Yeah.
Because Manute was what, like 7'5", 7'6", something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Bugs was 5'3", Peter White said. I saw a picture this week. It says, "Don't always think you're the biggest guy in the room," and it had 3 pictures. It had Kevin Hart standing beside The Rock, which The Rock's, like a foot taller than Kevin Hart. Then it had The Rock standing beside Shaquille O'Neal, and then it had Shaquille O'Neal standing beside, I can't remember the Japanese or Chinese ball player that played for the Rockets.
Oh, man.
I
Yao
guess
Ming.
he was like 3 or 4 inches
Yao Ming?
taller than Shaquille.
Yeah, Yao Ming.
Yeah. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and don't think you're the biggest guy in the room if the other 2 guys are Jimmy Russell and Greg Norman. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
That picture of Norman walking his dog on the beach. It's like, Jesus Christ.
What's up? Yes. It's not as good.
Wembanyama now. I mean, he's 7'4", but he's a rail.
What'd you say, John?
Said Wembanyama from the Spurs, the first pick. The guy's 7'4", but he's as thin as a rail.
He just, what? I was watching him walk around before the draft and stuff, and he just looked awkward even when he walked. I felt sorry for the kid. Like, it's not an easy life for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't the tallest guy like Robert Wadlow? He was like almost 8 feet or something like
God,
that.
I don't know.
Christ, he had
he was 8 foot something.
Yeah. He goes into the tailor and they're looking up to measure his inside leg. I need a ladder to measure his inside leg.
Yeah, I would guess that Wembanyama is going to have joint problems early in life. Probably, he's just. It's just a side effect of being that big.
Yeah,
I don't think he.
Plus, you got to run.
Yeah,
that's the hard part.
Right. It comes with a whole host of health problems. I mean, Manute Bol was.
Yeah.
He had a lot of health problems as well.
I mean, he's going to go against some big guys, and he's going to get bumped around.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
that's why. Sure. Shaquille O'Neal to me was one of the most powerful inside guys that'll ever step on the court.
Absolutely.
I mean, he
7 foot and big.
Yeah, LSU should have signed that son of a bitch to a football scholarship and put him as a tight end and let him when it's 4th and 2 on the 1, get on the damn, just walk in the end zone, hold your hands up.
So if you a fictional 101, Wilt versus Shaq, who takes it?
I'd have to go with I'd still go with Wilt. You know what? Because apparently he used to be in the gym with Arnold when Arnold was training. Yep. And Wilt would do incredible curls, like 300 and some pound curls.
Yeah, he was strong.
He was just so much stronger than he looked in good shape, but he was even stronger in reality.
Wilt could shoot the ball better than Shaquille could shoot.
I mean, you get Shaq away from the paint, I think he's going to struggle.
I don't think that Shaq could bully Wilt in the paint. No. I think Wilt's just too strong.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, if Shaq's got to survive on 10-foot jumpers, Wilt's going to kick his ass all day.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think Wilt takes it. Yeah, I mean, out of Arnold's own mouth, he said it was significantly stronger than him, like hundreds of pounds more in lifting. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have like your typical bodybuilder's physique, with muscle on muscle, but he was just strong, unbelievably strong,
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He was something else, man. Another one that passed too soon, Wilt, man. He just, he's still fairly young.
Yeah, I don't think he got out of his 60s, did he?
No.
I saw some picture of people that had passed something. I didn't realize that Kimbo Slice fella passed away in 16.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I was following Kimbo around that time, and yeah. Yep.
And it was just health problems. It wasn't nothing. I mean, I think it was a heart attack or something.
Yeah, he had heart problems.
Yeah.
Well, let's have a drink of whiskey to that.
Yeah, there you go. Full of antioxidants, folks. Fun fact, more than wine. So yeah.
Sean, what's your plan for tonight on your stream?
Gonna blind all 5 of these to see which 2 move on in our rye bracket battle there. So, yeah.
What's that driftless pick? Whose is that?
Guy right below you there. Well, it's not. I guess not his pick.
Oh,
but
okay.
That's from my group, the store, though.
Okay.
Yeah. You were involved in it, though, right, John?
I didn't get to go that day. I had to work, but 2 of my best buddies were there.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, but man, this. Yeah, I've been talking about it for months, but yeah, this what is it? Nemeth's pick. It's my favorite driftless. I've had a few now, but it's my favorite. It's just
I still have some of that bourbon you sent me, John. That was a good one too.
That was a matching one. They were both picked the same day.
Okay.
Well, there's a lot of the rye left, but for some reason the bourbon flies off the shelf here. And even though if the rye's a better pick, they seem to stay on the shelf longer.
Yeah, I went through about half of it, and I got the parafilm out and just sealed it up and put it away for later. It was pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I've not had a drift pick I haven't loved. To be honest, I've got chains 2 sitting down there.
I think I'm just a little biased living here, but I think they're my favorite rye now.
pretty dang good, man. I imagine it'll probably move on tonight. This is a good flight, though. I mean, there's not a bad rye on the table.
No.
I just hope it moves on so I can get you the fresh bottle on Monday.
Yeah, man. Either way, I'm going to enjoy that next one. So
yeah, it's been a busy. First week's just been busy as hell. So.
I imagine.
No,
he's back.
I'm back.
Is that a bonded rye from New Riff? Is that what that is?
This here?
Yeah.
Is it bonded? Let me double check. It's 6 year. I don't know if it's bonded. It's the 6 year malted. Yeah, it is bottle. It is a bottle and bond.
Okay.
Hey Rob, should we assume you're about 2 pounds lighter or what?
Checking on the wife. She's sicker than me now. Of course,
right.
Of course, that's all my fault. So I had to put.
It's always our fault, Rob.
Right, Sean.
Yeah, you just get used to it.
I
have. You know, it's been 32 years. So
I mean, I assume that's why we drink, right?
Facts.
Huh?
But among other reasons.
I mean, I don't have 300 bottles because things are going great all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, ain't nobody on this screen self-medicating at any point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Why would we do that? Life's fantastic.
Yeah, you might as well drink on a Saturday night because you know what else ain't going on.
That's right, yeah. Nothing else to do.
You know, I'm not sure who's in charge, but someone ought to ban menopause. That's all I'm saying, ladies. I know.
Can we talk to the guy that got that wrong? Yeah, that was a bad idea.
Damn.
I think Todd and Andy just poured their Still Austin pick at Sagamore.
They did. Yeah, they were doing that. Yeah, I watched a little bit of that. Yeah, I was supposed to sample that with them, but Todd screwed that one and it didn't make it to me in time. So
thanks,
that's
Todd.
all right. Either way, I'm still getting the sample, so it's yeah. I just can't talk it up tonight, which is what I was supposed to do. But that's okay.
I think
I
Sean
miss
might
what
have
Sean
froze.
has up there. He's got a rye line up there. Is that a Willet Green Top?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, the Willet 4 year. So the lineup tonight is a driftless pick that I got from John, right beside me here. Still Austin, just their standard release. Willet, Green Top, 4 year. New Riff Malted Rye, the 6 year Malted Rye, and then Sagamore Bottle and Bond.
All right. What do you think about that Willet Green Top? I see them all the time. I don't know.
I like it, man. I know a lot of people talk crap about it, and a lot of people say there's a dill note on it. I've never had one that was that way. This is my third bottle. So I guess your experience may vary, but I think it's great. I mean, it made it through our preliminary rounds, which was kind of surprising. But I
may pull the trigger on one of them for $70. I don't know.
Is anyone,
how about that? How about that new Riff Malted? That's 6 year.
Killer, man. Fantastic. Yeah.
What's the one we got, Rob? We like
we have the Balboa, but I can get that malted rye if you want to try it, Marty. I think it's a little bit more money though. I think it's
70-ish.
60
They should be 60. That should be the retail one.
Yeah, they're 60 something.
Yeah.
That's in Maryland. So
okay.
They can charge whatever they want.
For me personally, I prefer this. I think it's a little more burst of flavor going on. I just find it to be a little more interesting. The Balboa is cool though, but I mean, it'd be cool to compare them.
Yeah. Does New Riff have anything that's not bottled in bond?
I mean, they're single barrels, but aside from that, trying to think, I think everything else is. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the barrel proof does.
Now I've got the regular rye. I'm not a big fan of it. They're barrel proof, single barrel rye at 107.3. This one.
Yeah, I think I have one of those too.
It's just really, really minty.
Yeah, their standard rye is pretty minty.
Yeah, it's a little young too.
Yeah, but when they get into,
it's got to be 4 years, but I still find it to be a little, I don't know.
Yeah,
like that Balboa though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think when they get into their, I guess you would say, finishings and kind of different offerings rye-wise, that's where I think they really shine. I'm not a big fan of the standard release or the cast strength, but yeah.
I'll tell you what, this High West cast strength surprised me.
They just got that here. Was it any good?
It ain't bad.
Which one is that, Rob? I can't.
Hang on, Sean. Let me
highlight it.
Oh, okay. That's all right. So I don't think I've ever seen that.
Rob, is that there?
That is a good one.
I don't have my glasses here. Let me tell you the proof. Hold on a second.
So is that their stuff now?
I believe so. Yes. One. I could
Doesn't say nothing about Indiana
on
the back.
117.5, something like that. Something like that. I think it says 58.7. But anyway, surprised me. Like this very much.
Cool, man.
Retailed here $72, something like that. Maybe.
Yeah, I think a local store just put it on their Facebook page here in South Carolina for like $65, $66.
It's worth it for that, in my opinion. I think it's pretty good for what it is. I mean, not aged.
Who had that, Greg?
Well, Liquor by the Lake.
Liquor by the Lake. Okay.
Ooh,
yeah.
Love me some Liquor by the Lake, Greg.
Yeah, they're pretty good, Ernest, about putting their stuff on whatever they get that week. So I think they put that on there, and I got a couple other bottles of some stuff, but I did see that one.
Wish Lake Wally Liquor would do the same.
Yeah, Matt's kind of old school, I don't know. They don't have a big social media presence.
They don't have any.
No.
Let me ask a Scotch question. I got a Scotch question. Is Highland Park 18 worth the money at 180 before tax?
I haven't tried it, but it's for me. I would just rather get one of those ones that come in a burlap bag that are like 14 to 17 years, that are cast strength. If you're going to spend that on it, I mean, you're going to get something that maybe is kind of close. It's a sherry cask, and it's probably anywhere between 120 and 134 proof. So.
Makes sense.
I got one of the newer ones of the 18. I think I paid $140, $150, but I have cast batch one of the regular cast strengths, and I think I like that better.
Yeah, I think they're up to like 3 or 4 of that, John. Then they have those special releases that come in that.
I've seen those,
and brown.
By the lake.
That's what I was
like the
at.
Florida or New York edition.
Kitty.
A brown burlap bag, It's a single. It's a huge thing, so it's maybe like a sherry butt or something. They get a lot of bottles out of it.
Liquor by the Lake's having a poker
If it's a
tournament.
single cast sherry, I'd love to try one of those.
There we go.
Because that's the sherry one. I was a big fan of the full volume, the all bourbon.
Here you go. Rob's dying to say it. Liquor in the front, poker in the rear. We know.
Sorry, Mr. Obvious. Here.
Well, you could do it the other way around too, but
There you go. Yeah.
Well, there
And Boo's here.
I mean, it's really up to her, whatever she's into.
Yeah.
Whatever gets the job done, man.
Greg, did you pick up the Highland Park Cask Strength 3?
Yeah. I don't think I've opened it yet.
I was going to ask if you put it beside the 2, what you thought.
I was going to grab it, but they jacked the price up here by hell. I think it was $90, $100, something like that.
I think that's about what I paid for it. I think that's around what the cask strengths are going.
I think I paid $70 for the batch 2.
That's cheap. I think it was like 85 around here when it first came out.
It might have been 80, but they definitely raised the price on it. And Highland Park gets those sherry finishes, man. They get sulfury for me, man. Sometimes I'll go to it and it's great. Other times it's like a damn match pack.
I sent Anthony like 3 of them, and he liked them. That I got, and they were all like maybe 14 to 17. Maybe 14 to 15, 16 years, something like that. And they're all cask strength, sherry finished.
Nice.
None of them were like a heavy sulfur or anything like that,
Yeah, Rob's was hitting kind of weird for him
I
sometimes.
just got it. I don't even think I have it. I think it's gone. I killed it. It might be a little over there.
You sure you didn't have cabbage that day?
Listen, man. Just because I passed out once on
Doesn't mean you passed on.
It happens to the best of us,
No, I meant because of the cabbage, I asphyxiated myself.
You mean you choked yourself out?
There's a reason why my wife sleeps in the other room now.
Using chemical warfare on yourself there, yeah.
He Dutch ovened himself.
Not allowed to sleep with my head under the blanket anymore. Let's just say that.
There you go.
Never saw anything over 14-year on the sherry HP burlap bag bottles.
Oh, they're out there, yeah.
I don't know if you sent me some of that, Greg, but I think
I thought I did.
Does Shane have it?
He had 1 bottle, Marty, but I had 3. I thought I sent you some.
I think you did. Now that I say that, I think you did.
I know I sent Anthony some, and he did them like on his stream one night.
Oh, okay.
I sent him like 3 samples, something like that.
I need to get another damn Port Charlotte. I drank all of it.
That's another bottle that went up to like $75 here.
Yeah.
Killing me.
Everything's
I'm going to spend that. I'm going to drop another 25 on the limited ones.
Yeah. Well, if you can get them overseas, you get a couple in the shipping.
And you can. But that 10-year is still damn good. It's probably still worth $75. But
have you tried the Lechik?
The 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have it.
I thought that was pretty good. That kind of, to me, that has the same tasting notes and everything. It's kind of like a Port Charlotte.
I just found it to be a little less viscous. It was a little thin for me, but it did come around for me, and there's no sense in getting into the night trying to decide what it tastes like.
I don't think it's quite as proofy. I think the Lechik is maybe like around a 92, and the Port Charlotte's 100 proof, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, man, Joe.
I don't mind it. Hey, OMG.
And who cares?
America, I ain't seen you in a while, man. Cheers, Joe. I don't know. I like it, especially for the money.
Yeah. That's why I was trying to get that 18 just to see if it. But
I thought about that. And that for that, it's only 80 some
Yeah.
bucks or something like that. Right? 80, 90 bucks.
For which one?
The 18.
No, the 18's more. I think.
Is it?
What's the 18, John?
I swear to you, it was under $100 on the Whiskey World.
Maybe.
Or the other.
Maybe, but if you count the shipping and everything, it's probably, what you're going to, if you can find it over here, it'd be equivalent, unless you get a couple bottles.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I got to hop off and go do my own thing. But cheers to y'all. Good.
We'll be over shortly, buddy.
Yeah, you guys roll as long as you want. Good chatting with you guys. We'll see you.
All right, buddy. We'll see you in a bit.
See you guys.
See you, Sean.
What is his channel?
Whiskey Wars.
Whiskey Wars. Okay.
He has another channel too,
The lake.
music related. I can't remember the name of it though.
I don't know if I can do it. Let me see if I can do it here.
Liquor on the lake.
Yeah, I know. Here we go.
And Jeff, I like where you're coming from, Sugar Kitty. You're on fire tonight. Come on now. What's up, Jacob? Good to see you too, man. I've been, Marty
That's the
doesn't
link
really
to his
hang out with a
stream
lot of
tonight
people.
there. Ernest,
Is that-
I put it down there.
That's Sean's.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I should probably eat some dinner. You saw it the last time you were here when I started drinking and didn't eat dinner.
Yeah.
My wife had to push me up the steps.
Come on, baby. We'll get there.
I made sure to eat before I got on here.
I haven't had much to eat either, but
Yeah. I
let's
know.
go.
Damn right.
Marty, what are you doing later? We drinking half the night? You going to bed? What's up?
I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I need to eat something too, Rob. Morning, Rob. It's been a minute since. Yeah. Good days are back. It's
Happy
a
days
gift,
are here
bourbon,
again.
cream. Got a little single barrel. That's good shit right there. I killed that bottle.
Hey, when you
I'm really enjoying.
when you open
I'm really
that-
enjoying this
that-
single barrel.
that turkey, Marty, let me know what you think about it. I thought it was pretty good.
Can't go wrong with them. That's a Southwest too, or South. Which one is that? Show that to Greg.
Hang on, let me get it.
It's a
6 GW 11
That's a
6.
tier 6. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a West and a tier 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that tier 6. I'm like, oh, I gotta get that one.
Yeah.
Well,
But this was at Lake Wiley Liquor.
I mean, supposedly West and South is what you want because it gets the heat during the day and the cool at the night
Right.
because it cools down. And then 5 or 6 is those are usually the ones that they get the single barrels. They'll get the high proofers from the 125 something around there.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, it's
Hey, did you ever
silky
get
smooth.
back into that Bottle Republic or whatever we got? That ones you and Rob got. Remember we all cracked it.
I
and said it
haven't.
was like-
It's up there. Mine's
Yeah.
mine's a little bit more than his.
I was a little bit disappointed in it, to be honest with you. It's good. It's fine. It's good, but
it don't drink like 120 proof though. That's for sure.
yeah.
I need to look at-
Drinks
I need
more
to-
like
I mean,
100.
I like it, but I've had others that are a little bit more flavorful. And then the damn old Scout pick that came with it, that one's
I
kind
still
of
can't. That bottle's still harsh for me.
it's kind of disappointing.
I'm starting to figure out why they bundled those two now. They were
Yeah.
trying to clear out inventory.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it was still a decent price, but
That's right, Sugar Kitty.
I wouldn't back it up.
Yeah,
Oh man.
sounds like a damn cat in heat.
Thanks for a damn fine whiskey.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good one, Jacob, right there. No doubt.
Yeah.
That cues.
I just wish I could get them easily. If it wasn't for Marty or finding one online slightly overpriced, I couldn't get them at all. They're never here. Well, Pennsylvania actually had a pick. I missed it. It was online only, never advertised. And one day I'm just searching through for bottles from $50 to $100.
Yeah.
Boom, there it is, sold out.
I would say probably in the last 2 years, I'd say probably in this area, Four Roses picked. There's maybe been 3 or 4 of them. And that's
Greg. If you see one, buddy, it's a non-ask.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
grab it if you can. If you feel like
Yeah.
you're feeling like it.
But
I'll
those
pay
are
for it every day.
Those are like the Russells, Rob. Those have a shelf life of about 1 day, and they're gone.
Yeah. And again, I don't want to pay $120 for them, though.
No,
I'm good at 100 and under. Call me if it's above 100.
Ooh, I had a Russell's last night that was
well, they usually
Charlotte
here
Bourbon Society pick.
if the local stores get one, which is very rare, like the North Carolinas can be about $79.99, something like that.
Yeah, I'm all in on that.
But
you can only buy one.
right.
You can only buy one, though.
Well, it depends on it depends because but then they put it on like the local Facebook page, and once it hits there, it's in a day it's gone. If you don't go that day, you're probably not going to get one.
And like Ernest just mentioned, Russell, same thing. It's a non-ask. You see this, and as long as it's $80 and under, I'm in.
3 stores.
Yeah, this is a private barrel selection that I had last night.
Yep. 3 stores have got the Russells in, like it. One where I got you the Springbank, the Southern Spirits, another store, the Liquor to Lake, and one other store got a Russells. In all 3 stores, they were all gone in a day.
Yeah, I believe it. And again, you can't beat those Russells picks, man, for
$65.99.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jacob, talk about 95. In March when we went to Kentucky, we went through Tennessee because we went home for the day and then caught up with Kevin Christie, then drove up. We stopped at a store. I can't remember the name of it, but it was recommended by Brian from Old Carter. He goes, "You got to check out this store, man. They usually have some good shit." And we went in there, and they had a 3 different Old Carters on the shelf, and they had a Russell's pick, and before tax, it was over $110 a bottle.
That's ridiculous.
And I picked it up because that was the first one I ever saw. I think the first one I ever saw with the new label. And I was standing there holding it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, man, this is the new picks." And I went up there to the counter, and she scanned it, and it came up to be like 118. I said, "Nope, thank you very much." Back on the shelf.
How old? I mean, if it was maybe like plus, there have been some of those have gotten 12 years, but if it was like 12 and a half years,
absolutely.
Well, I mean, I'm getting ready to go. Yeah. I'm getting ready to go to Louisville for 2 days, and I'm like, I'm not dropping. I didn't even look at it at that point.
Yeah.
Kevin bought one of each of the Old Carters, but I didn't deal with it.
Yeah. Maybe if it's like I said, if it's like a 12 plus, and it's a Camp Nelson, whatever, something, okay, then maybe.
I mean, if it's 12 years, I'm going over $100 for it.
I mean, looking back, but
no matter where it's from.
But for a regular one, it's less than 10. No way.
Yeah, no.
That's like that's probably like a $65 bottle, 65.
Yeah, and these 8 years are popping up a lot now.
Yeah, well,
and they're good. There's nothing wrong with them.
I went over that one place, and they had Maker's Mark over at the Southern Spirits. They went to like $89.99 for a damn Maker's pick. I'm like, are you fucking crazy?
What, the stave finish?
You talking about those stave finishes? Yeah, no.
Yeah, hell no. I've had a couple.
Like Rob's had, like he's probably getting reset, but he's had some that are just phenomenal. But still, at 89, no.
I'm not buying them anymore. Pennsylvania's had one sitting on the shelf since last year. I have one from Pennsylvania here. It's a flipping tire fire. It is garbage. But I've had a couple other ones that were. I should have bought 2 or 3 of them. They were great.
Yeah.
But,
see, and I'm no expert on it. I don't know which stave combination usually works out.
I don't know either, but all I know is I'm not buying anymore. Other than I do see, so I have one over here with the old label. I think it's 2017. If I see those, I grab them. I don't open them.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of stupid, but as long as they're not dumb money, if they're $60, I'll take it.
Yeah.
I am not paying more. I'm glad that Maker's Mark stopped the limited edition shit because I'm done with those too.
Well, I was telling you, like I put in the chat earlier when that guy was at the rep was at the store, and even he was saying it's like, why are you putting this cellar aged or whatever the hell they're calling it out? You're putting it at limited quantities. You're charging $150. He said, even he admitted, said, this is just going to piss people off, is all it's going to do.
You know, and makers didn't want to do it in the first place, but I don't know. I am not a fan of Maker's Mark. I find it to be young. It's I get new make all over Maker's Mark.
Well, what's this new one? 11 or 12 years, something like that?
It's a blend of 11 and 12. I do believe.
And
Cheers to Gandy Road.
Oh,
Was
I
that
thought
the
you
new-
had. I thought you had a
He-
drug
he is
test in
for
the
peak.
morning.
What's that? Oh,
So I thought you had a drug test in the morning.
yeah. I would not pass with this, but I saw Gandy Rhodes' comment, so I was like, yeah.
I hear
got
you,
I got
Jacob.
some peak.
he's getting ready to tape that to his leg for the test.
Right. That's about the only test I can pass.
But
America.
But you know, I mean, what they're charging for it, and the guy said the rep told him, said, you'll be lucky if you get a case.
Yeah. And
You know.
again, if I see it for $150, I'll take a run at it once, maybe. But I won't see it. And
I don't. No.
it's just another one that I'm not worried about that much at all. But I would like to taste some truly aged, barrel aged Maker's Mark instead of the staves and all that nonsense.
Yeah, the other one, like I said, I told the guy if he
I
gets
agree.
one, I'd like it. I know he can South Carolina store, so he can sell them for whatever he wants. But I thought that Four Roses looked kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
Y'all had the cellar aged?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
we're talking about. Yeah,
No.
I'm watching my son's soccer match at the same time.
There you go.
Watching the Buccos, Keller's still in at the top of the seventh.
Has anybody heard anything about that Jack Daniels, the special limited, that double barreled oak rye or anything? Is that pretty good?
Hadn't
Proof
heard.
is low, I believe, and I mean, I'm not going to see it for retail, so
No, I mean
I'm not paying much attention to it. Unless Daniel would, a lot of times Daniel will run into things and he helps Marty and I out. I'm sure you're in touch with
I
him.
mean, I've seen pictures of it. The damn thing looks like espresso in a bottle. It is dark.
Jack Daniels.
It does.
I want to find different batches of the damn rye, or different barrels of the rye, the new rye.
Yeah, you and me both. I said there's been 3 or 4 boxes and not one in North Carolina.
You talking about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
I got one.
it's coming here. Yeah, Shane grabbed me one when we were down there.
Well, supposedly the outrun was 17,000 bottles. Well, where the hell are they?
Yeah, I just saw one on secondary the other night. I forget. I don't know if it was Remedy or one of the
I hear you.
one of the California
What's up, Brian?
sites. $300 for
Yeah.
that rye on secondary. Are you freaking kidding me?
Well, whatchamacall has one. I don't know if I want to pay for it, but Rock Wine in Jersey has a pick of that barrel rye.
Oh yeah. Wow. How much?
Brian, I
I
heard
think it's-
September.
I think it's around a 149.
Without tasting it, man, that's tough.
Well, I saw he tasted it. I don't know how good his palate is, but you ever seen that Bourbon Bill who does stuff?
Not familiar.
He tasted it and he said it was right up there with the special, the 2020 limited edition as far for him. They were both on par with each other.
Yeah.
He said it tasted pretty old.
Hopefully they'll just start hitting the shelves and it won't be an issue in 3, 4, 5 months.
Yeah.
Let me know if you run into any of those, Greg. Tell me the proof. I think mine's.
Well, I'm waiting for him, Rob, to come to North Carolina, but there's not been one in a North Carolina store around here. It's all been South Carolina.
Yeah.
Go
And we
figure.
should be. I'll let you know. I mean, in the past, we've been pretty good about getting the Larceny and the Elijah Craig barrel proof. So we'll see when that comes out. It's posted. But that one guy said I copied and pasted 13 years, 7 months, and he was saying he think it was going to come in around 117 or 18 proof, something like that. So we'll see,
Yeah.
Hey, Brian, be sure you go into when you're up there around 11 or 12. If you're downtown Louisville, be sure you go into Old Forester, because they'll drop stuff there too at the gift shop.
Well, they do, and even I think even like Heaven Hill does. They'll drop. You never know. They might have William Heaven Hill out there or something like that.
Well, that's what I was asking. When will that Heaven Hill 17 year hit this year? It's usually middle, late September.
I just can't believe when you see that one Facebook page, people fucking line up 300 in a line to go get a bottle of Blanton's or a small batch. You know what?
Wasn't there something at Buffalo Trace? There were like 700 or 800 people in line for 600 bottles of Blanton's or some shit like that.
Yeah, there's a Facebook page. What's available at Buffalo Trace today or something like that, and they show the lines. And I mean, they'll have like the small batch. They'll have the Blanton's, maybe Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace, something like that. But it ain't there's never any BTAC. There's never any barrel proof.
That's nuts. Jacob, I am not familiar with that one. How much is it?
Do you know that one, Greg?
Yeah, that's I think that's from the same people that makes. I never tried it. I think from the same people that makes Edredor. I think Signatory makes Edredor.
I think you're right. I'm a fucking fan of Edredor.
Damn,
I
probably
like a
right.
Madeira cast though.
Yeah.
I've seen I think it's called like the Belgian 10. I've seen that around here. I haven't seen that particular bottle. That's what's that, a 17 or something like that?
Yeah, I think so. Sugar Kitty might know.
My drunk ass will be on the Whiskey World after this.
About 210, Jacob said. They're from Edredor.
Yep.
One of the best scotches I ever had was a what was that? 100. It was cask strength, but it wasn't real high. It's not here anymore. Marty has one. It's that damn what the hell is it called? John Milroy bottle. Man, that thing was.
Oh yeah.
Man, it was lemon and lime and like sweet. Oh God, bless America, that thing was good. There's another one in Maryland that I'm not sure if they just have them in the back or where they are, because they're like I'm trying to remember when they were bottled, but it's definitely not recent.
You gave me one. I opened this.
No, that one you have is different.
No, this was one in the tube. Was this like a pick or something?
It's just an indie bottle. That one I never tried. I just wanted to bring a gift for your hospitality. So I wasn't familiar with that one at all. But man, that thing is good. In fact, I'll be down there Monday. I might just get me another one. It's so good.
I think the Four Roses might bump it. Yeah. That's all a mood thing, I think, Jacob. What mood you're in at that moment.
I'm trying to kill this. I'm almost there.
Is that the Black Pits? You said it was pretty good stuff in there, didn't you?
It ain't bad. I forget what I paid for it, but I think it was like somewhere in the $60 range. It's peated Irish.
That's what? That's Irish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it finished? It's finished, isn't it?
No, I'm pretty well. I don't have my glasses, Marty.
I
So
thought it was.
but it may be finished in something. I know it's peated.
Maybe that's what I'm
Here,
thinking.
use mine.
There you go. Yeah.
But I can't take. I can't. Sugar Kitty, if you're still here, don't say a damn thing. I can't taste a lick of smoke in it right now. But
No, he's gone.
But
He's over on Whiskey Wars already.
it was. I like that bottle. I'm not. I don't know if I'd replace it, but it's
Yeah.
good.
Top Dog says it's too early for me to pick whiskey of the year. Last year it was Lucky 7 Holiday Toast.
There's another bottle. I have never ever seen a Lucky 7 in the wild.
I can still get the Holiday Toast in Tennessee, but they're like $81 or so.
We had something last time we were together, though.
We had a bunch of that 14 year.
Hey, Ernest, I got to the point where I didn't even know what the hell I was tasting.
I think the 14s are pretty much gone. I mean, there's still some
They're looking
floating
good
around
out
out there,
though.
but you don't see people putting them up like they used to. That run, I think, is over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you ain't going to see a 15.
No, I think, whatchamacall had one, Rock Wine, and they wanted an arm, a leg, and your firstborn for it, you know?
Yeah.
Which is okay with me. You know, drink whiskey, change diapers.
There you go.
Your own.
We'll see you, kid.
Yeah, good. Nice seeing you.
Right. Don't call me in 20 years. I ain't got no goddamn money.
Yeah, I think that runs out, and then I think I did it when they put it on seal box. I think those Augustas were the last runs of the Barton stuff. Remember, Augusta put out that stuff that was on seal box. They had like 147 proofer. They said it was 13, but I think it was actually older than that. They just didn't want to change the label, and they had like
what's got there, Ernest? Pick. Show it.
Yeah, it's a
Go ahead,
store
Greg.
pick.
Nice.
Which one's that one?
That's a Lake Wally Legend 120.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Lake.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Hey, Greg, Pennsylvania has I ran into a Knob Creek pick the other day, didn't buy it. It's damn near 11 years old. Well, it's 6 or 7 months short, so it's 10 years.
There's Sugar Kitty.
Have you tried it?
I didn't. I didn't buy it.
Yeah.
And I meant to drive back over there again and look at it and not buy it today, but I didn't because
I'll tell you what,
Marty and Jenny kept me up late last night.
that fine wine and spirits one that's almost 15 is really good.
Yeah, I have it.
What were we wanting to ask Sugar Kitty? We had a question for the kitty.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a good
15
one.
years. And I didn't, when I bought this, what was it, 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I bought it and put it on the shelf and never looked at the years on it.
Yeah, and there was
They had 3 or 4 cases of this.
Yeah, as I was gonna say, there was a
Hell,
shitload.
I've never
probably on
gone
the shelf.
through mine.
And
Oh, wow.
but by the time I think it was 2 or 3 weeks before I opened it and actually looked at the age on it, it was in cranberry, ran up
Cheers,
there,
Mike.
long gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to go through. I've got this one right here.
What was it back then, Rob?
I
Like,
didn't know what I had till I got into it. One of these.
you have to zoom in, Marty.
Yeah, you bring me up, bro.
I'm trying. There we go.
There we go. That's an 11 year, 11 and a half.
Old label too.
Yep. My daughter saw this in a store in Georgia. She goes, "Is this worth picking up?" I said, "How much was it?" And she goes, $60. I said, "Yeah, get me one." Hell, I should have got 3.
Yeah, that's like Rob bottle. You know, if you knew then what you knew now, you'd you just said,
Yeah.
"Hand me that unopened case, please."
Yep. Exactly. And back then they were what, $59, I think.
I did that 2 years ago with the early times, the bottled and bond. I went into a South Carolina. It might have been Liquor at the Lake. I went in there, and they had like 5 or 6 of the plastic tops left for like maybe $23 because they had them on the bottom shelf because nobody really knew about them. And I saw they had like 5 of them. I just told the guy behind the counter, "Can you grab me a box, please?" I took every fucking one off the shelf.
Yeah, and hey, now's the time. Still, if you're still seeing the metal ones, that's still the same. That's still Brown Forman juice. Grab them now. It changes the Barton, doesn't it?
No, I thought the metal ones were Sazerac.
Well, Sazerac owns it, but it's still the old Brown Forman barrels.
I think the metal ones was the Sazerac juice, but
they are Sazerac, but it's still
Mike. I'm getting to that. Did y'all see what Sugar Kitty said right here?
Nice.
Yeah, I would too. I'd take one of those in a second.
Me too.
Yeah.
But
I hadn't really paid any attention. I was looking at this one. This one's a 10-year, 2-month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To the best of my knowledge, Greg, the whiskey in those new Sazerac early times is still Brown Forman.
I don't know. I thought it was Sazerac, and I thought the old plastic caps with a certain notch in the bottle was the Brown Forman shit.
Well, they definitely changed it, but it's still they bought the supply, to the best of my knowledge. But it's going to change, and I thought I heard it was going to be Barton, but that wouldn't make any sense if it's Sazerac owned. So I've been known to be wrong and stupid. So cheers to that.
Just never admit it, Rob. It's one thing to be wrong, just never admit it.
Right. Well, I have a hard time because it's obvious.
Hey, I watched a little bit of that game yesterday. It was on the NFL Network. They actually looked pretty decent.
Oh, hell, they were up 23-0 before anything ever happened.
I think they threw like 14 or 17 points on them in the first quarter.
Here's the point. I don't understand why they started the preseason so freaking early. They don't start till the 10th of September.
Well, they only play 3 games now, but they played an extra regular season.
Well, yeah, but again, you played your last pregame, and now it's 2.5 weeks before the first.
Well, it's easy. It's all about the money because now you got to put college on. College starts next week, so you got to get 2 weeks of college in there. So they got to make their money, and then they start, college on Fridays and Saturdays.
Oh, those started on Thursday.
Well, pros do some Thursdays. I haven't seen college yet, but maybe they do.
Well, during that little break, you'll see college games on Thursday
but
as well.
Principally, it's mostly Saturdays, but you get a touch of Fridays, and then the pros got Sundays and Mondays. And in whatever it is, I wouldn't even go to, unless I got totally comped, I wouldn't even go to a game right now because it's so expensive.
John,
Jacob, thank you, man.
That's like the same way, Marty, here. I've been to a bunch of times, so it's not like it's anything new. It's like going to a golf tournament. You pay for the ticket. If you eat there, it's $30 freaking for lunch minimum.
$20 beer.
Yeah, so if you get a soda, it's like $5 or $6 for a soda or water. And then if you're getting in a merchandise tent, you got that. It's just like there's no way. How's a guy take a family of 4? It's a fucking $600 afternoon.
Nope, you can't.
And that's a ticket outside the ropes. That's not like a corporate tent ticket.
Shit. Hey, Greg, that's dank.
You wait, I'm gonna start.
That's right.
It's gonna be pants on the ground pretty soon. I'm gonna be pulling my pants down.
Oh, that's funny.
Okay, Rob's not going to play.
That damn John Kranz. That damn John Kranz is over here with Sean.
Yo.
I said I put it in post. I see you, John Kranz.
Goddamn 2-timer. I should go over in Sean's. I should go over in Sean's stream and say, John, get your ass back on Marty's
There
stream.
you go. That's what Z-Man said right there.
If you want to get real views,
That's ridiculous.
You know what? Because my wife, I had to buy it, and you know what? YouTube's got it, and apparently, I think if you got it with the, I just got it where you watch it on YouTube, not the YouTube TV, just YouTube. You know, there's special channels that if you got when you sign in, you can get it. But anyway, if you bought it with the YouTube TV, you're getting to watch the preseason games as well. It's apparently the first couple of weeks they're having problems with screw up. So if you got a bunch of people paying for that and they mess it up, people are going to be pissed.
Damn right.
I'll give one thing, you know, for DirecTV, there was never any issues watching the games, you know, and they had all the games, and then they had like 2 channels where you could either put like 4 or 8 screens and watch all the games going on at one time. They had the Red Zone channel, they had this channel, that channel. So they did it right. If YouTube screws this up, people are going to be shitting bricks.
We've got YouTube TV, and I'm not impressed with that channel lineup whatsoever.
No.
And
I did the trial a while back, and I'm like, nope.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've got the old dish. I've had that since 1999, and the only reason
I've got Dish now.
the only reason I have that is because since then, DirecTV was the first one to carry the Sunday ticket, and they had it for like 25 years or something like that, you know?
Yep.
And that's the only way I could watch, because I got tired of driving over to Charlotte to watch a game. You had to, if the game was on at 1, you had to leave here like at probably 11:30 to get there at
Get
12
a seat. Yeah.
to get a seat. Exactly. You know, so I'd have to leave at like 11:30. The game was from 1 to 4. I'd get home at like 5 o'clock or something like that. And I just got tired of it, you know, and you can eat, but you really can't drink, you know, you got to drive home, you know, so I just said to hell with it. And I got it in 99 and had it ever since then. But who else does it?
I got, what was it, Rob? About 3/4 of the way through hockey last year, I picked it up on Dish, and it was pretty decent, but I still had some blackouts with Carolina, which I felt like if they were in Washington or something, it'd be black. I mean, it was kind of weird. It was just weird.
Well, doesn't the local channel show them up there, or no? Like one of the.
I don't have any local channels because I'm always, you know, Dish or what. I mean, I've got NBC, CBS local.
I mean, can you get? That's what I was saying. Wasn't there like a local CW channel or something you could get on over the air?
But I've not tried.
Get you an antenna and tape it to the window.
Yeah, that's right. There's enough metal in this damn room with lights and shit that ought to damn pick something up.
Yeah, that'll go over real well. Make Jenny stand with the antenna next to the window.
Like, get over. Raise 1 foot up.
Hey,
yeah.
I can
Top
get
Dog's watching
if
now.
I put an antenna up here. I can get Altoona, Erie, Youngstown, Pittsburgh, obviously.
Johnstown.
I'm thinking about doing it because Comcast, you know, you want to talk about getting bent over. Good God. I think my cable.
Well, that's what we have. You either have Dish, DirecTV, or Time Warner or Spectrum or whatever the hell they're calling it this week. And then you've got what? You've got Fubo, YouTube TV, and who else streams?
But they're all jacking up their prices too.
Yeah.
All those streaming services are going up, and
everything is going up.
The cable companies that provide the internet service are aware of what's going on, so they're jacking the price up on that too.
Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is the Thursday night NFL games. Now you got to have Amazon Prime, or you can't watch them.
Even the Pirates, you know, most Friday games at home, it's on Apple TV.
I've got the baseball ticket now, and I have to go to Peacock to watch a few games that are blacked out on the baseball ticket. I mean, hell, it takes a damn secretary to sit down and do the math every day to figure out where to go to watch the stuff.
No, I know and
Hey,
that's
Mark.
and that's the thing too, is you just like here, when I had some of the things like the hockey ticket, obviously if I couldn't watch them on the Pittsburgh, which is what, ATT or whatever it was that they're,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
then
Rob,
I'd have,
I've seen that when Rob throws it up. We watch it.
yeah, and then you have to go to like Sports South, which carries the Carolina games. But there's other stuff that just gets blacked out. It's not here. It's supposed to be on what you think you watch it, and it's like, okay, where do I go to watch it?
Top Dog,
Yeah,
and we'll have rabbit ears. I'm about to go back that way.
Then I got some of the movie channels, and then like your kids are, hey, can I have your login? I'm going to watch HBO or Showtime or anything. It's like, subsidizing their movie channel.
See how bad they're beating. Damn, they're going to beat them Tampa Bay.
When I had DirecTV, I used to give that out to like my best friend from Pennsylvania. He was in Virginia Beach. My brother was he was in Miami. My son was in Baltimore. I was surprised I never got the call like, hey, like during the day, you watch the stream from like Baltimore, Virginia, Miami, and North Carolina.
Here's what. I'm probably now doing this since I'm saying it public here. I'm sure everybody's cracking down on Whiskey Nose, but I pay for Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon. My in-laws pay for Direct or Dish, and my daughter pays for YouTube TV. We share them all.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's just like, I don't know.
Well, that's what my sister-in-law has. Like, she has DirecTV, except she's got the streaming over the internet. And I got it in case if a storm comes through and I've got a satellite, I ain't getting anything, Yeah. I can't pick up anything. I mean, the clouds block it. And if there's like some kind of bad weather, I need to plan B to watch what's happening or something so I can watch a local channel on it. So that's the backup plan. If the satellite weather goes out, then I go to her streaming service.
Yeah, let's just say
allegedly.
The Hallmark channel cost me $268 a month because old wifey ain't trying to dig it out of a smart TV. And
you're right, Mark.
I'm gonna have to hire somebody
cracking down
to do it because
Yeah, but when I had it and everybody was streaming in for all them places, I thought for sure, because they know the IP addresses and the locations, I thought for sure I'd get a call. Hey, just out of curiosity, how did you watch 4 different streams from like 4 different places on the East Coast?
Cheers, sugar.
I think that's pretty prevalent, actually.
Get you some sleep, Sugar Kitty. Good to see you, man.
See it.
I should be doing the same, but once again,
I should be eating dinner, but
here we are.
Drink.
I could probably stand
Let me tell you what my sorry ass has been. I bet you I've DoorDashed this probably 7 times in the last 10 days. At the Chinese restaurant, the chicken, the teriyaki chicken that has the sticks in it.
Yeah.
I love that shit. And they're like $7 or $8. And you get like 5 of them. Oh, man, down.
There you go. There you go.
Yep. Over the heart. Let me just grab my
head over the heart.
Looking whiskey.
Good night, sweetheart.
Damn.
Say good night, Gracie.
Good night, Gracie.
Yeah, those are pretty good. They sell them at the local Harris Teeter here, Marty. When they're on sale, I'll pick them up. They'll do like chicken, or they'll do also beef kebabs, and they're really good.
Yeah. I saw a review. I don't know where in the hell it popped up on my algorithm or whatever the hell you call it. This couple, they've been buying these frozen lobster rolls at like BJ's and Costco, And of course, I've got 2 Costco's and a BJ's here, and I have yet to find them damn things. They said they're phenomenal, and I love lobster. I mean,
You know, I need to go over there with Beverly, because I bet you I have the Costco, and I probably, you know, you pay the annual membership. I bet you I haven't been there in a year. You know,
I tell you what, there's Costco. I have a BJ's 2 miles from here. You can park, you can get in. They don't check your freaking ID 45 times like Costco does. I end up getting close to what I get from Sam's and Costco at BJ's. Their gas is cheap. It's not I just like it better.
Well,
now, Costco does, and I haven't found them but one time, and I'm looking like hell. They have pickled onions in their cooler. You know, the red vinegar, red onions. And I can't. God, if I could find them, I don't know.
You can make them at home real quick.
Why would I do that?
Come on now.
Or pickled eggs, Rob. That's what you always used to have at the old bar. You get your draft and a damn pickled egg that was like 100 compression golf ball. You could bounce the damn thing on the bar.
Yes, Dr. Mark, that's right, buddy. Well, Rob's kind of.
What's a BJ?
You know, the only problem.
I mean, I think I remember them back in the early 90s.
You know, the only problem with those is Beverly and I would go over, and the next thing you know, we're fucking walking out of BJ's with 2 carts full of food and like a $600 bill.
Every 2 weeks, I send Marty a picture of the damn grocery bill.
$4.50, $6.25, something.
You know, you go up and down.
Have y'all seen the video going across Instagram and TikTok and all that of this couple? And she comes running. He's parked in the parking lot, and he's got his camera, and he's pointing it towards the store. And his wife's running out of the door, and on the phone you can see she's at Staples, and she comes out and she goes, "You're not going to believe this." And he goes, "What?" She goes, "They sell Staples." So next thing you know, he's pulling in, and she's filming him running out of BJ's. and then it shows him sitting in Dick's Sporting Goods, and she's running out of Dick's.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Before COVID, there used to be people that go into Costco just to eat. I mean, they would.
Listen, hey, I've multiple times. I bet you, I've told Rob 10 or 15 times, I'll crave a hot dog. I'll go to Sam's and get 2 hot dogs and a Coke for $3.25.
No, Marty, I'm talking about the samples.
Oh yeah. But hell, I'll go in there and eat damn lunch.
But you could eat with the samples. You could do that. I mean, on a holiday weekend, they would have anywhere from like 15 to 20 different sample booths set up at Costco. And I mean, you're getting pastry, you're getting bread, you're getting a little thing of soup, chips, dessert, ice cream, you name it. And it's like, you see people go, and they didn't even have a buggy. I'd say, like, make it look good. Get a buggy and throw a loaf of bread in it or something. Make it look like you're
something. Yeah.
For those of you outside of Pittsburgh, that's a shopping cart.
I mean,
your Pittsburgh is sinking in there.
I mean, I did the same thing and went to almost every station, but like I said, Beverly and I are walking out of there with 2 carts full of shit. At least I'm buying.
I walk by them because, back to the theme earlier, I don't know if them some bitches wash their hands or not.
I've seen pictures too, little screenshots or funny things.
Wash your hands.
Of a guy sitting there, and like you're talking about, Greg, they've got 2 buggies full of shit from Sam's or Costco or what, and they're getting ready to shove down this hot dog, and they've got this great big smile on my face. He goes, "Yeah, I just bought a damn $1.25 hot dog and ready to tear it up, but there's $650 in the buggy," and that's exactly. But they say, since we do this shit all the time on whiskey. Let's talk about hot dogs. For some reason, I love them, but Costco now sells a steak sandwich for $9, and they say that son of a bitch is incredible.
I haven't eaten there in a while. It's been a. They had like hot dogs. They had some else. They expanded their like food court or whatever you want to call it. I mean,
my guys, I've got 3 inspectors that work with me, and about once a month, I was like, "Hey guys, I'm buying lunch. What do you want?" 99% of the time, they're like, "Go to Sam's and get us a couple pizzas." They love them.
pizza. They have pizza.
I mean, it's good.
Had that tonight for dinner. Sam's Pizza.
You can't beat it, man.
Although I wouldn't recommend taking a first date to Costco. Where are we going tonight? Yeah, we're going to Costco.
Hey, if she's real, she'll eat at Costco and like it.
You're getting a hot dog now and a hot dog later.
You can get a large drink if you want to, but hell, you can even get one of them frozen ones if you want to.
Now we'll get crazy. Man. Yeah.
Only the best for you.
That's right, baby. I want to go. I want to go, and of course, we're all, other than Rob, we're 3 really close to each other. But and of course, Rob's in an ABC state, so he's probably never done it either. But I'd like to walk into a Costco that sells liquor.
Yeah,
I'd like to see some of that Kirkland bourbon. I would probably buy a bottle of the Kirkland bourbon or something.
Who's the guy out in California? He mostly drinks Scotch? He used to do more, but he used to do that whiskey mystery or something. Remember that guy?
I remember him, but yeah, he used to go in there and take pictures, didn't he, Greg?
Yeah, he used to stream what was in. He'd go to like Costco, Trader Joe's, Sam's, Total Wine, and I'd say because of the volume, if it was a $50 bottle of booze here, it'd be like 40 at Costco just by the volume they're doing. They were definitely cheaper.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen y'all, I'm preaching the choir, but y'all have seen these damn guys roll in there. And apparently Costco in these places, I think they're more New Mexico, Arizona areas that have a glass case with high dollar whiskey in it. And they'll have a bottle of 10-year in there for $89 or something. And you're just like, I mean, it's just.
Wow.
Well, they have like a glass case in there too. They have everything, and then they've got like
a Kroger. It would have really good whiskey. Pretty good.
Well, Kentucky Kroger. That's first 4 rows of single barrel strength I ever saw.
Yeah, hell, Ohio Kroger's got picks coming out your ass if you can get there at the right time. Hell, they used to have Weller single barrel picks.
Mark says Sam's has good whiskey.
Yeah, Sam's.
Where he's at.
Yeah, I think, and I think anywhere that's like an out of control state. So I mean, I've seen like California, Arizona and stuff like that. Seen people doing the Costco and Sam's. I think the Total Wines in South Carolina, Marty, can sell liquor. They can only sell beer here.
That's what's Well, they can do wine and beer here.
Yeah, but no liquor.
No, and it's so you got it because we had a Total Wine in Knoxville that sold, of course, whiskey but no, you go to this one here. The only time I walk in there is to buy the little bitty packs for my little humidor. Something like the little hydrator packs. But Z-Man says never seen it in Arizona. Okay, maybe it's somewhere else. Z-Man, I'm somewhere southwest. I don't remember, but like my son lives in Tennessee, and there's Costco's on the other side of Knoxville, but they don't sell liquor.
Well, in here too, I talked to that guy today in that one store that we called the Baker's 13 anyway. But he was saying that, what North Carolina does is, I mean, I think they contract out all of that stuff, the storage, the distribution. They're just like the mob. They dip their beak, they get their piece of the distro, and that's it. And they control it. They set the rules, and they take their little piece of the skim, and that's about it. Because I was asking about, where all these bottles and stuff are, and how come this never makes it here or that makes it here? And he's saying that, well, the state really has little to do about it. It's all contracted out. The delivery, all those trucks that you see coming to the stores, that's all,
Did you hear me? Did you hear? I don't know if I think we were already pubbing, but that Youngsville store. Did you hear me talk about the Elijah Craig Toasted that's up there?
Yeah.
They have 18 fucking cases sitting under the counter. Where you can pick up no limit, and Toasted Barrel won't hit anywhere else hardly in North Carolina. It will, but they'll get a case or two and it's gone, or something. But I'm like,
well, supposedly,
hold on.
North Carolina used to have a pretty firm grip. It's changed.
There's supposed to be limits, Marty.
Even if you sealed in North Carolina, you had to ship everything to Raleigh, get it tagged, and then shipped back to you before you could sell.
Supposedly there's supposed to be limits. One store can corner the market, come in.
They still have 40 bottles up at that store right now for $55.95.
Yeah, and it's supposed to be, theoretically, it's supposed to be shared equally. One store can't come in and once it gets on the system, they can't order 15 cases of it or something like that. It's supposed to be distributed equally, but that's not the case.
It's not. You're 100% right. It's not the case. They still have.
It depends on the volume you move.
Let me tell you this. They still. Let me back up.
Well, but we're controlled there. It doesn't. Shouldn't be about the volume. It's the state's supposed to set the rules.
They still have 70 bottles of Remus VII. 70.
It hasn't even made it here.
And when I looked at first of the week, they had over 200. Why are you getting over 250 bottles at this place? You're going to sell it, but you know what? So's everybody else.
Yeah, that's yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's supposed to be distributed equally out of the state.
I just throw my damn.
So what you thought that was okay, but it ain't great.
It's good. It's good. And the difference for me between 7 and 5 is when you put 7 on the palate and take it back, it almost follows a tightrope right down the center of your palate. It doesn't leak to the side. It doesn't make your saliva explode or anything like that. But the 5, when you put it in, it just leaks, and it's like great Elijah Craig barrel proof. It just fills with aroma. It's completely different. It's still good. It's still very good. It's a very easy sipper. Like I said in the review, it's 100 proof, so it's not going to set your ass on fire either.
Ooh, no, I got some B518 still. I got here.
What's the
Mark? It's good. It's good. It's good for $100. I'd do it again if I don't want to back. I'm not going to back it up, but yeah.
The good news is they actually put out Remus 5. The bad news is they put out Remus 5 and they set such a high standard that it's just hard to top that.
It does feel a little bit thinner, Mark, but once you get into the second and third sip, you get that train down the center of the palate, and you expect it, and it's still very good. I'm not mad at it at all. I like I said, I do recommend it if you see it under $120.
What's the oldest stuff in that, Marty? What's the age breakdown?
07, wasn't it, Rob?
15.
Yeah, 15 year.
But it's only like 6 or 7%.
Yeah, okay. I'll put it back up there, but I can tell you real quick. Maybe
the Buccos win. The Buccos win.
It's only 6% of the 2007. And then it goes 26, 21, 26, 21. So it kind of alternates from 13, 14, 13, 14. And the rye percentage is different in each one.
Okay.
So the 14 year or 2014 is a 21% rye. The 13 is a 36%, and the 14 is a 36%. So the first 3, 7, 13, and 14 are all 21% rye. The 13 and 14 are 36% rye. And I think where that rye is high number on the newer stuff is why it's not exploding on the palate. Yeah, a little bit, I guess. Buccos win.
Where are you at? Holy shit! 3 hours and 20 minutes. Let's go. Nice.
Are the Pirates still in last place? How many games back are they?
Yeah, well, they might be 12 games out now. I'm not sure. I haven't been paying attention.
That's the wild card, not first place, right?
You know what, though? This is the first year I've paid attention to the Pirates probably since, 13, 14, something like that. And I think they might be up and comers. Maybe not next year. I would hope that they're 500.
The Pirates just have to keep people and get a little bullpen. They'll be all right.
Got to do something about their bullpen and their starting pitching for that matter. But I'm hopeful. Maybe.
Well,
they might have a run if they don't start, wholesaling their freaking guys off for prospects.
As long as the current owners own the Pirates, they'll never be something.
Cheers, Mark. Thanks, buddy.
Again, I think they can still make a run and be competitive.
Yeah, that's
but
already
again, the freaking the Padres bullpen makes more than
hell
team of the Pirates.
I think it was last year.
So
the Dodgers starting pitching staff made more than the whole Pirates salary last year.
So the Yankees, and again, both of those teams suck.
Well, money's not going to buy you a win, but it can help. It can, in a lot of it.
I'm optimistic. I don't give a shit whether they get. I mean, World Series would obviously be nice, but if they can compete, that's all I care about. I'm a hockey fan first, then football and baseball are kind of tied, but just compete. That's it.
Before he bought the Panthers, Tepper was a 10% owner in the Steelers, and he had to sell out, and he bought the Pirates. And if he'd have been still around there, he may have bought the Pirates off of. Is it Nutting still owns them?
Yeah, Nutting's there now, and then it was McClatchy before him, and that son of a bitch just straight up lied to the public.
But if you had somebody that had some money that and obviously Tepper's got money, they could put some money into subsidizing the payroll for a while to get him good. Maybe they would have a chance.
Yeah, I'm not expecting them to do get to a World Series by 25 or 26, but compete, be 500. I'm sitting here watching them at 12 games, 12 and a half games under. I watch almost every game, which I was not doing that for 10 years. Mm-hmm. I'd put it on, watch a little bit of it, watch the Bad News Bears for about 15 minutes, and off I went.
They had one chance 7 years ago, and they faced
2013-14, I think it was.
Yeah, they faced San Francisco, who was the guy from Hickory that was their pitcher, the big tall guy.
Shit.
He's from around here. He's from Hickory, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was the best pitcher in the league. And then the next year after that, they went and played Chicago and played Arrieta, who was the best pitcher in the league at the time, and he shut him out. So, they had some bad luck. When the guy from San Francisco, I can't remember the pitcher, he came. That's when I still had the baseball ticket. He came to Pittsburgh the following spring and beat him by himself. He threw a shutout and hit a 2-run homer like in the third inning. The pitcher single-handedly beat the Pirates by himself.
But y'all see where what's his name from the Angels tore something in his pitching?
Oh yeah, Tommy John. They're gonna let.
Have they ever said he's going to have Tommy John?
They're
because that takes him out of the lineup as a hitter.
They're going to let him hit. From what I understand, they're going to let him hit. Have Tommy John. I just wonder
how much his cash flow went down on the
$250 million.
Say it again.
Oh,
they're saying they're estimating $250 million with that trade because the Angels were going to trade him.
Wow.
Hey, I just remember the guy from San Francisco was Bumgardner. Remember, big tall guy. He's from around here. The guy could hit. He had like a couple home runs every year. The guy could.
Was he left-handed?
He could bat. Was that Marty?
Wasn't he left-handed?
I can't remember that. I thought he batted right. He may have pitched left, but I thought he batted right.
Yeah, I thought for some reason I
But he could
remember
hit
him. And I
too.
thought he was
I mean,
a left-handed pitcher.
he was one of the better hitters in the last few years of a pitcher. He had a couple home runs every year,
Yeah.
and he beat the Pirates so handily. Hit a 2-run homer and shut them out. Game over.
Hey, Z man, cut us back. I think they're paying him $5 million a year to be a freaking designated hitter.
Hey, you know, Greg, Tommy John used to live in Fort Mill.
Did he?
Yeah. I don't know if he still does or not. But he was
I did not
involved with
know
the Knights back then.
Oh, that's true. The Pirates. The Pirates
There's a
were
lot of
clearing.
truth in that.
Pirates were a clearing company for everyone else.
Yeah. Hey, hell, they had a shot to dump Keller and Bednar this year and didn't. So there's that.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to that reliever they had that was pretty good? The late Mancion, or what was his name?
The one that was banging the 13-year-old girl and was in prison.
That's where he's at. That's what happened to him.
He's in prison.
That'll do it.
Is that recently?
No, it's been about 2 or 3 years. Yeah, he was lights out. Yeah, he's in jail.
He's in prison.
Hey, allegedly, Doc Alice threw a no-no on acid, but that's just a rumor.
I could see that.
Peter White, I've played golf about 5 or 6 times with Zach Greinke.
I think it was Doc Alice, right, Rob?
Yeah, that's right.
High on acid and threw a no-hitter.
I threw a perfect game of darts on Angel Dust one time.
Almighty. That needs to be a fucking t-shirt. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Let me just tell you, young ones, if is anybody out there, don't fuck with Angel Dust. I'm just saying.
This is not new drugs, period.
Word to the wise: do not be between.
I was on Sherman Hensley.
Do not be between Rob and the dartboard when he's on Angel Dust.
Wow. Probably like, let's throw some darts. It's like, you go in there and do a drug test. We'll see what you got.
Hey, you want to hear the funny shit? I got it off of DC Cop.
Hey, even better.
You didn't do lawn darts on that, did you, Rob? See Rob trying to catch the incoming lawn dart.
I got it on VHS if you guys want to see it in the private.
Someone tries to throw the lawn dart in the hoop, and Rob's going, I got it.
Okay. Bring it.
I guess they don't make those anymore just from a liability standpoint. Remember those?
I'm going to get on Amazon and look.
It's kind of like horseshoes with darts. You used to throw them in that round.
I guarantee you can still get those.
Well, you probably can get them on like eBay or something like that. Yeah. But ain't nobody selling lawn darts.
No, these here have big blunt weighted ends on them. Okay. They'd probably kill you if they hit you flush in the head, but they won't stab you.
The real ones used to stick in the ground.
You see them stuck into the roof of somebody's house.
And wearing Babe Ruth's hat, Peter White, by the way. Jarts.
Jarts. And the most feared one of all, sharts.
Yeah. Don't you trust a damn fart after 40.
Damn right. What is that? Never trust a fart. There's another one. What is it? Shit.
Oh, shit. That's probably it.
Wait a minute.
Hey, also, anybody in the chat, I'll tell you another one, Greg, is there's a store above that Young's. Well, no, Youngsville's got it too. I bet you they've got 10 or 15 cases now of B523 Elijah Craig and the B523 larceny.
I think that's what we're 3 or 4 months after that came out now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, and now they're covered up with it up in those two stores that I was talking about that have the toasted and everything. I never saw either one of. Well, no, I take that back. I saw Larceny one time in Wake County, but I've never seen C922. Never saw A or B 23 in Wake County.
South Carolina is just getting the A123 of the Larceny. I was down there looking, and they're starting to get bottles of that. They're always about 6-7 months behind.
Why are you sitting on it? That's my thing.
I don't know. That's
if you're North Carolina ABC, you're there to make money and sell stuff, and you know this stuff is hot. Get it out.
well, getting back to what I said before. I don't know how much they're involved in it. I think they sub a lot of that stuff out. That's what this guy told me. Like the distribution and stuff. A lot of that's subbed out. All they do is they make the rules and they take their little piece of the distribution skim, and that's pretty much what they do.
I didn't go to Garner on Monday, but I drove by about 10:30, and there was like 18 to 20 people in line.
So you think something was there?
I don't know. I don't know. I went to there's a store, and I took Rob there when he came to visit up in Cary when I still lived in Cary, and the lady that's the manager, her name's Donna, so I always just call it Donna's store. I was coming back from Chatham County last Friday, Friday, and it was about 10 minutes after they opened at 11, and I pull in, and I see the trucks backed in. When I pull in, I was like, I'll go in there and see. There's two guys standing there waiting. And I was like, have they put anything out? And he goes, no. And he goes, we're just waiting for them to unload the truck. And the guy that's working there, I've talked to him a few times. I said, when's the last time you got anything in that was worth a shit? And he goes, 2 or 3 weeks. I said, what's on this truck? He goes, I don't know. They'll bring it up here if we get anything. And I was like, well, I've got a few minutes. And they brought out 6 or 8 bottles of Blanton's and Eagle Rare, Buffalo Trace. And some reason, Baker 7 here, they want to keep it behind the counter for 3 or 4 days. But I was standing there and I was like, I need a gift for Thomas, my buddy that lives here, that we always watch the Tennessee ball games with. They love Blanton's. I was like, well, I'll just pick him up a Blanton's. Hell, I bought it and got in the car, and I was talking to Rob, and I was like, well, I got the one that was in the box, not the one that was out in the mesh. And I said, hell, let me open this thing. Hell, I opened it, and it was a damn North Carolina pick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so if you see them in North Carolina, or if I tell everybody, if you see them in boxes, get them in the boxes, because if they're picks, they'll be in boxes. Me and Rob, we've all bought them in boxes that aren't picks, but that's what they'll be in.
Yeah.
I'm never getting a pick in Pennsylvania. A Blanton's anyway. Blanton's has been walk in and see it last 2 weeks here. Surprisingly enough, I buy it just so I can give it as a gift, or someone needs one,
And you get that nice felt bag, Marty. There you go.
Hey, Tater drive by. Boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting when Jason on Mash and Drum had the guy from Michter's. There's no Michter's store picks in the immediate future. So
did he ever clarify? Because I watched the hell out of that later. Did he ever clarify if that Michter's tins were chill filtered?
I think they do some form of chill filtering. I think they do. And I think he said that 14 to 15 years was a pretty good guess on the age. I mean, he can't say, but
there's man.
There's a lumber company.
Cheers, brother.
How you doing, my man?
Hey,
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
I think he said that was, he can't say, but he said that's probably not far off. 14, 15 years on that bottle. You
talking about the tin bourbon?
Yeah. And I do think they chill filter, and there'll be no picks in the immediate future. He can't say never, never, but it ain't anywhere on the horizon.
Well, did he not say that there would be a toasted rye? I thought he clarified that they're looking at releasing a toasted rye.
I thought they already had a toasted rye out, didn't they?
No, it's the one we've got is the barrel strength rye.
I thought they had a toasted rye.
No, I don't think so. The green, the rye, you've got the single barrel straight rye, and then you've got the Michter's barrel strength rye, and then you've got of course the 10-year rye. But I've never seen a toasted rye. They've got a toasted bourbon, and that son of a bitch is like the barrel strength bourbon. You ain't going to get your hands on it for under $350.
Exactly.
Here's one: Michter's limited release toasted barrel finished Kentucky straight rye. It's barrel strength.
Maybe this is.
It's like the green barrel strength, except it's toasted.
Or maybe it's just the rye.
Well, I think Z-Man. I think it's like it's the rye, but it's the barrel strength rye, but it's toasted. I'm looking online here.
Oh shit! I didn't know.
That's the only one, the only special rye that I thought they did.
Yeah, I'm just did a Google search, and it looks like they do it, and it's barrel strength, which would be really good.
1318 Chevy toast rye.
We'll never see it. We'll never see it, but it's out there, but we'll never see it. And I guess, but the other thing, I guess they, some of their older stuff, that's probably what, Brown Forman, where they get their stuff.
Yeah.
I thought the guy I thought him and Jason had a great show.
Yeah, I thought he seemed like a really personable guy and everything like that.
I was surprised he was as young as he was to be at Michter's.
Well, I guess he was at Bean before that, right?
Yeah, but still, fuck.
Well,
he wasn't middle 40s if he was 40.
I'd say he's probably in his middle 40s. I'd say that's probably mid. I was going to guess middle to 47, somewhere around there, something like that. I'm just guessing, but
it's so hard to guess somebody's age, man. It really is.
That's damn sure.
Yeah, I don't even try.
Hard to tell. I'm only 27.
Yeah.
I'm too young to know, Greg. I was thinking the same thing.
Hey, I got carded the other night, so.
Did you kiss him on the mouth after you did it? Because I would have. I'd be like, "Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much," or "Yes, sir."
My local liquor store wants to see my driver's license and scan it every freaking time.
Yeah. We have to Pennsylvania, like at the gas station or the grocery store, you have to produce ID every time.
I think they do that so to make sure that you haven't stole someone else's cards. I think that's why they do that. Because they scan your driver's license before they run your credit card, so that way they can verify it's you.
I got a girl in the liquor store, Greg, that's always saying hi to me, and she goes, "Yeah, there's my bourbon guy. What do you want today?" And I grab bottles, and then she still scans everything.
Right.
I guess it was about a year or so ago when they first North Carolina started putting out Melicorn. I bought it, and she wanted to see my driver's license, and I remember saying to her, "I'm just going to tell you, if I was trying to steal something, it wouldn't be freaking Melicorn."
Yeah.
Hey, they stopped carding me after I stopped asking, "So what are you doing later?"
Yeah. You want my phone number?
Yeah, that'll do
it. You should have dropped trial and laid it on the counter.
Come on, man. Come on,
This looks like it's younger than 21.
Oh, man.
Come on now.
Yeah, but I think they do it in some of the places, like I said, just to make sure that
all it is.
Person.
Yeah.
No, that's why they do it.
They're checking your age, but if my old ass is standing in front of the register, there's no reason to scan my license other than you're tracking the sales, you're tracking the person.
And they're covering their ass. That's all that shit.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. But here's the thing. There's beer distributors in Pennsylvania. Like, you could go to a beer distributor, drive through it, buy 25 cases or barrels or whatever you wanted. Nobody's scanning your license. So the grocery stores and the gas stations.
So let me tell you a story, Rob, about underage drinking, which nobody should ever do.
Never.
I went to a drive-through liquor store and ordered 2 cases of, my whatever beer I wanted. And the guy pushed it out the window and I paid the money and it was overpriced, but I was okay. And then
you were underage.
Me and the girl that I was with, we went out and went back to the house and just sat out in the driveway and had some drinks. My friends came over, blah, blah, blah. And after a while, I would just go to that store every freaking time.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, I'll take your overpriced beer. I don't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but
now
I was underage.
I would have one of those
enough
stores
to know it was overpriced.
We're talking shit. Maybe $3 or $4, and I even like whiskey. I don't cry over $3 or $4.
Hey, boys, I'm not saying there shouldn't be rules because I was definitely a professional underage drinker, but
I did a lot of things. I did a lot of things when I was younger. There was going on. There's all sorts of shit going
on. What Pennsylvania's doing is just they're tracking more than they need to do. Was my point. I blame Obama.
Yeah, Pennsylvania has always been 21 for everything. At one point in time, Maryland and D.C. were like 18 for beer and liquor. You could go down there and get beer and liquor. And then I think everybody pretty much changed it to 21. But that's what we used to do is you could go down to Maryland and get liquor for under 21. And I think when we went on our class trip to D.C., everybody that wasn't 18 would borrow a license from somebody because back in those days they were all paper license. Yeah. So we got off the bus to go to like Ford's Theater, Ford's Theater, and like 95% of the people didn't even go in Ford's Theater. They went around the corner and went into the first bar that they could find.
When I was 17, the legal drinking age was 18, and before I turned 18, they changed it to 21. I was like, damn it.
My son went to Ireland his senior year for a semester or two, and after he got over, I didn't realize, it's over there. It's 18, So he was hanging out at freaking Guinness all the time and shit, and ran up his fucking credit card through the roof.
Who just
Germany, they started drinking, I don't know, 14, 15.
Yeah, I think Germany's younger, too.
So the legal drinking age in Arizona is 21. So what happened to me is I'm an ears baby. So I'm born January 1st.
Oh.
So they changed it on December 31st, one day before my birthday.
I think in Germany,
I locked out. So I just did the illegal drinking and just didn't give a shit. So
And in Germany, they don't put formula in a bottle; they put beer in your bottle when you're a baby.
Oh yeah,
well, in the South,
right out of the box. Yeah, there'll be no formula.
Germany is a big beer culture.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You got Oktoberfest coming up here next month.
They got some spirits like schnapps and stuff like that, but yeah, beer's their thing. Although I can't understand them. There's some German guys that do, like Marty and that, they do Scotch reviews, but I don't speak fluent enough German. I don't know what the hell they're saying.
Yeah, I couldn't.
So you got to put the
I
clothes
almost
on.
tried to speak German just now. I'm glad I didn't.
This hat's just for you, Rob. Just remember that, because I could go back
to that. Last night. That's like me last night. There you go. Trying to listen to freaking Ralphie and Roy, and I was so far behind in that damn live stream.
You know what though? I think Roy has a stronger accent than Ralphie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Now maybe
I've
it's different.
been watching Ralphie lately.
He's almost to 1,000 reviews, man.
Wow.
I mean, what is the Bothy like a little block building out in his backyard?
Yeah, it is.
That's exactly what it is.
It's actually decent size. I think he's put a picture up over on it on Patreon, and if that's where it is. I mean, he could just use a random picture, but it's almost like a white stucco plated roof building, but no. I mean, everybody says in the middle of the Irish Sea. Well, where the hell's that?
I think he's like on the island of Mull or something, maybe somewhere there.
I don't know.
That's just old limestone, and they whitewash them.
That's it. That's exactly what it looks like.
Isn't he an undertaker by trade?
I don't know what he is.
I think he's an undertaker.
Really?
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
I tell you what, if anybody's watching and you've never gone back to watch some of his first videos, go watch because they're interesting.
Yeah. And it's a reminder to slow it down a little bit because you start watching those early videos, it doesn't take long to see the age kick in. Boys, just as a reminder, our passion and hobby is collecting and drinking poison.
Yeah, see Ralphie get up from the middle of one of his reviews. Hey, I got to pause for a second. I got to go check on this formaldehyde drip I've got going over here. I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, it's good.
Rob, it doesn't say poison in the bottle. Come on.
Yeah, it doesn't, boys, but we know better. We can't help ourselves, but we know better.
Yeah, well, just make sure you medicate yourself.
He may be an undertaker.
I think he is, Marty.
Well, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I never knew that.
I could ask Alan. Alan would know.
Or Alan would know.
He's gone to bed, but
he's in bed. Wait 6 hours. You'll be good.
I'm trying to remember what Ralphie's last name is. It like Wilson or something like that?
Oh, hell, I don't.
I heard it once. I don't remember what it was.
That's a good question. Hello, all you multi-maniac Medusa melon mother truckers.
Mother.
That malt mention goes out to I swear, anytime he's got anytime you watch him, for me, I tell you what I like better. I liked it better when the fireplace was behind him or beside of him.
Yeah, I agree.
And he'd have a little fire going. If that damn shit didn't make you want to drink scotch, then by God, you might as well go on home.
I just like.
Hey, Marty, I'm on Barnes & Noble. He has a book, Life, Death, and Whiskey, The Undertaker's Stash by Ralphie Mitchell.
That's funny.
Ralphie's an undertaker.
Wow.
Yeah, somebody's got to do it, though,
Yeah, well, it ain't going to be me, Z-Man. I can tell you that.
I hear you, brother. I hear you.
No.
I've seen some crazy shit over the years, and I don't like what I've seen.
I'd have a hard time field dressing an animal I shot, let alone being a damn undertaker.
I've seen it live. I've seen it live go on.
Yeah. I used to date Undertaker's daughter.
Me too.
Let me tell you, they were loaded.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Now, if you have like a full blown funeral, if you get like the casket, the vault, and everything, it's probably 20 G's right now.
Yeah.
If you go,
Oh, yeah.
or you can just put my ass in a can and put me up on a shelf.
Yeah,
That's what I'm gonna do.
You cremate, and then you have the ceremony, and that's a lot cheaper.
Yeah, there is no sense in doing all that.
Yep. Most people don't want that anymore.
Yeah, and funeral homes and the industry struggling, and I'm sorry, I'm all stuffed up here, but I I have a good friend. I have a good friend in the business, and his old man made money, big money. Everybody went to school. Everybody did well. They have multiple funeral homes, but now they're struggling. They have not updated them because hey, you walk into a funeral home and your loved one, and you want the best casket available that they have, and this one's waterproof and the vault and all this bullshit. Again, like Greg said, 20 grand. You can go on fucking Amazon and buy a casket, the same one for $2,500 compared to $7,500, and people are smart about it these days. And again, a lot of people are just, hey, let's go direct cremation, have a service at home, boom, done.
Yeah, both my parents were cremated, and they were put in a mausoleum, and it was so inexpensive. It was just all about setting up the ceremony.
Yep.
The memorial, get the priest, do it in the church, and there was friends that showed up for my mom, and it was just really cool.
And that's the way to do it.
Yes, sir.
The weddings and funerals are for everybody, but who's involved?
Yes.
I have a joke that I heard about the ashes, but it's not politically correct, so I shouldn't tell it. Maybe if we were on a private stream.
Hell, there ain't nobody watching anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah,
You want me to tell it?
Yeah.
Do it.
About the gay guy that passed away, and we got cremated, and his one partner says, I wanted to have his ashes spread over the side of my boat because he used to go sailing all the time with me, and he just loved it. And his other partner, the second guy, said, well, I used to want his ashes spread in my garden because he used to just love to come over and do garden with me. And the third guy goes, well, I want his ashes spread over some hot chili peppers so he can tear my ass up one more time.
Hey, we just jumped from 9 viewers to 12. Come on now.
No. People are going to watch because they want to hear the story.
There's a YouTube strike. I mean, between the camel stall and the gay jokes.
So he can tear my ass up one more time.
God almighty. You can't make that shit up.
That's funny. That's funny as shit. Well, what about?
Oh, shit. Greg, are you not drinking nothing?
Yeah, I have it. I just finished it.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to have one more quick pour, and I'm going to go down and eat dinner. I was supposed to eat.
Yeah, I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to cut it down here in a second. I'm going to go
4 hours ago.
Yeah, no kidding. I've done a damn Vic Ken stream.
You're doing good, Marty, man. Glad to see you're still alive, brother.
Yeah, man, I'm all good. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It's weird, man. I lost taste and smell 6 days after I felt better.
Yeah, but it sounded like you were passing it through the house where you got it.
No,
they all got it, and then you got it back.
No, we did good.
Did you get it from Jenny, Marty, or
yeah,
what?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
She brought it home from school.
Did she have the same thing? Like she couldn't
She
smell?
didn't lose taste or smell. She was sick one day, just like I was, 2 weeks ago Friday, or 2 weeks ago Thursday. And hell, I woke up Friday. Of course, you're still COVID positive. You're not supposed to do anything. I felt fine.
Yeah, I mean it's for me. I had it twice. I got it once in January of 2021, and then about another year or so after that. And for me, it was like a bad sinus infection for like 2 days. And you're a little bit run down. You ain't.
Yeah, my lower back hurt real bad, but I could take Advil. I took some heavy Advil.
No fever, nothing like that. I
had a fever. I had a fever for about 8 hours, 30. But that was my sickness.
Yeah.
Once I busted the fever about 11 o'clock, I was fine. And then a little head cold set in the next day or two. But by the end of the weekend, Monday, I was back to work.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
Yeah, I don't think I really lost the smell or anything like that, like you did. Some people did.
Yeah. And it was funny. Anytime when I lost taste and smell, anytime I put like a condiment on something, ketchup, ranch, honey mustard, anything that was like vinegar based tasted like freaking metal.
Yeah.
You got a metallic taste. I made a chicken breast in the air fryer, and I put Frank's Red Hot on it. When I took it out and a little bit of shredded cheese, I couldn't eat it. That damn Frank's Red Hot, ugh.
Tastes like metal?
It just tasted like metallic metal. It tasted so bad it made your teeth hurt.
Yeah.
Of course, when you got no sense of smell, you get that look from your wife after you just did something. You're like, what? I don't smell nothing.
Yeah, I didn't hear nothing. Did you hear something?
I can't smell nothing.
No, I didn't hear nothing. Shit.
What the hell?
I
don't know. I hear it, but I don't see it somewhere around here. So, well, I'm going to go down and eat, Marty.
I'm going to shut her down, boys.
All right. Good to
maybe
see you,
see
man.
y'all on. I think everybody's doing something tonight, and I think Ken's going on in the morning. Maybe I'll join Ken for pour at lunchtime tomorrow.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that'll work, guys. Thank you for jumping on. I do appreciate it, and we'll see what happens.
Seeing you
next
guys
week.
again.
Yeah, man.
All righty.
Ernest,
And
thank
then
you, buddy.
I'll let you know if I find anything. I don't think we're anything until September. Maybe some stuff come around here.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel.
We haven't had any. I mean, other than that Baker's that I talked about, which I missed. I go over there every other day, and I never saw it. And they got a case, which is either 3 or 6 bottles, and that's been the only thing. There hasn't been anything around here.
I saw it at a rest or at a bar 2 weeks ago, but they wanted $30 a pour for it. So I didn't.
Shit, man.
I wasn't going to do that.
No.
But here's what's funny: they wanted $30 a pour for that, but they only wanted $45 a pour for that damn Black Arts Bercolotti bottle.
Yeah.
So guess what I bought?
I'd have drank the rest of that son of a bitch.
Well, that's or for like a stag or something, George T. Stag or something.
Oh,
like
they had that. Yeah, they did. They had stag picks there.
You know,
So
but the guy that behind the counter I talked to said he tried it at a local place here, and he said it was very good. You know.
Yeah.
So
we'll have to give it a shot if we see it.
All right,
boys.
Cheers, everybody.
Fellas, see y'all. Take care. See you next time.
See y'all.